Ah, we're back again, Chathin. Hello! Welcome! To place, I guess. Oh my. Could be worse, I suppose. I really have to figure out where to put chat in this new screen, since this is a new room setup. The room. You know, you're probably fine there, honestly. There's gonna be some override, though. Ugh. How are we doing, lads? How is life? That's great. Huh. Probably gonna have to move this one over to about here, I would say? Like right about there's fine, probably, for that. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay, it is. Had fried cod and a lot of drinks. I had an entire can of beans and an entire packet of Spanish rice on a tortilla. And when I ate enough of both of them on the tortilla, I wrapped it into a burrito. How many people has Android 21 turned into cakes? That's a loaded question. And seafood? Not big on fish. Versatile meal. I don't know why people are so down on beans and rice. It's delicious. It's phenomenal. Ugh. Ugh. The darkness. Bowl of tomato soup. Ugh. I'm running low on the supply again. Gonna have to march down to the supermarket soon. Ugh. How many plastic bags has Steve eaten today? 6. I'm gonna say. Huh? How's the supermarket application going? They won't take the application unless I give them reference phone numbers. So I need to figure out how to do that. Which is difficult to do when I've only worked in 2 places in my life. And both of those were for multiple years. Have them call a niece. Oh, dear God. Huh. Anise is so small. She is like a little bean sprout. You must water her daily so she will grow big and strong. Get someone you're friends with from your last job and tell them they were the guy that trained you. I didn't have friends at my last job. Ugh. Ugh. I would call the manager I went on 2 dates with, so I could use her as a reference, but she blocked me like a year ago after I wouldn't give her like $50 while I was homeless. That's women! Boyfriend has learned to bully twerk also. It's a family pastime. Had nachos for dinner? Based. Cat, have you ever had a strawberry Pepsi before? If you're ever at like a nice theater that has those additive machines for the flavor, you get yourself a Beppis with strawberry. as the additive flavor. Mmm. It's delightful. Ugh. Strange, isn't it? Oh, the world is odd. Cherry Pepsi sucks, Cherry Coke clears. I would have to do a direct comparison with, like, pound those back to back. Work admitted to being the #1 Homestucker. I know nothing about Homestuck. I have known nothing about Homestuck my entire life. The entirety that Homestuck has existed, I know nothing. I will continue to know nothing. I will go on being ignorant about all things Homestuck related. When I first heard about Homestuck, I thought people were talking about the FPS game. There's a FPS game called Homestuck? Or those weird Tumblr ask vids where you see on YouTube or Homestuck. People make some weird shit, you know that? Like some bizarre things. Ugh. I know Homefront? The Revolution? Huh. I should stream Freedom Fighters. That's a thing I should do. I should really stream Freedom Fighters at some point, shouldn't I? I hadn't played that game in a long time. That game's great. Huh. I think my sis was into Homestuck for a bit until she wasn't. Huh. What do you mean you have a sister and you're still not married? Will we consume the slop and get excited for more slop? I think we should consume the slop and get excited for more slop. Do you want to get right into the slop? I've got 4, dude. Some people have all the luck. I'm glad Thief isn't here to hear you say that. He'd be fuming, livid, absolutely feral. Gah. Oh, give the old man bones a solid creaking. Ah, crack the elbows just right. Sisterless behavior. So true. Imagine not having one single sister. Unreal. Psychotic, one might say. Well, he does have a mom, though. He's really living the dream, isn't he? All right. The time has come for maximum slop. Once more, into the Slopperverse. Has to imagine he has a sister, all he got is a younger brother. Strangely enough, he's not going down that route. Anyway! Here we are again, Chatham. First up, from JHE Core LLC, she spilled my coffee.
Doing a real good job on your picture.
Coffee.
Please.
I like some more too.
That Drake and Josh's dad.
You spilled my coffee.
I'm sorry, sir.
You fucking bitch. How do you like this?
I didn't think someone could be so based, I'll be honest. I respect it. That gets one singular like from me. Next! Everything is terrible. The 7 Deadly Simpsons. Everything is terrible.
Okay, our performance tonight is based on the 7 deadly sins. Stop the Simpsons.
Why is that George Washington? Oh, this is a thing. That's what that is. Ah. Why was this a thing? Marge, no! No! Margarine!
Why did you choose to link The Simpsons to the 7 deadly sins as your theme?
No one seems to really want to watch goody-goody shows and things like that that don't have at least one deadly sin.
Who added this? Feel free to check.
It has really opened our eyes to what children are watching on simple cartoon shows, for example, The Simpsons. It's not
The screams of the
always
damned really lend themselves to it.
coming through, and parents need to realise this before they let their children watch it.
You know, I'm beginning to wonder what drugs feel like every time we do these streams. It keeps happening. This is too many people on hand for this. This is too many people who have agreed to do this. This is an exceptional amount of nonsense in front of me right now.
All right, let's hear from our judges.
That was totally spicy. Thank you very
Aha.
much indeed. Beautiful movement of colour in the finale. No, it's not too spicy for me. Yes, I enjoyed it too. I really loved it. I loved the last bit. Just such an explosive routine. Totally spicy. Totally spicy.
Stop!
Smoked machine.
What? Stop it! Not too fond of Australia. Not big on Australia, I'll be honest. Not a fan. Drugs. Next! Beachungus. You're in a slasher movie, but it's Half-Life.
Hello there. Die, you no!
Why wasn't Kleiner this useful in Half-Life 2?
Are you kidding?
Understandable. Ah. I like unhinged source film animations. I like them. Next! Team Roomba. Team Roomba prevents insurgency griefing. This'll be a fun one.
Just when I thought I'd seen just how dumb people could be, and this comes along. Bloody hell.
I'm looking forward to no less than 4 words that would get you banned on Twitch.
Shut up, I'll tell you. Shut up, bitch.
Hey, hello.
Shut up, bitch.
Hey, girls, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Shut up.
This doesn't happen often enough anymore.
You know, I feel bad for your mother, you little prick.
Nigga, shut the fuck up. I kick little fucking kids like you in the head for fun. And you're this is why I support abortion.
Oh, hello.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Can you please shut up? I can't hear you. Shut the fuck up.
This is immaculate.
Thing, you fucking moron.
Shut up. Loser.
You don't have VCs like this anymore? No, you do not.
Dick.
It's a bygone era. Things made more sense back then. I can feel the bit rate.
Shut up.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, you moron. Shut the fuck up, motherfucking shithead.
How fucking dumb are you?
Huh.
Seriously.
Alright already, Mike.
Hey guys, can you
Crack addict as a kid. Gave his little kid ADD.
Shut the fuck up, you minge bag.
Shut up.
Shut up, Bill, you fuckhead. Yeah, we can hear you. Now shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Obviously, IQ's on.
Hey, can you hear me?
Shut the fuck up, you fucking freak.
can't hear. What the fuck are you talking about?
Shush. Shush. Someone tell me where he is so I can kill him.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna go slap your fucking
This is commitment to the bit.
Make sure you remind the development team there's each voice option for individual players.
Most things should have that, yeah.
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up, you fucking... What the hell is that shit, man?
Shut up, please. Seriously.
Alright, Michael.
To the forehead.
You realize you're gonna get burned with that, right?
Needs to be a shitty mic toggle. Yes! Unironically.
Holy shit, there's nowhere to fucking mute anyone anymore.
Your parents didn't
Default
beat you enough,
360
did they?
mic quality at best.
Oh, motherfucking shithead.
Shut up, you prick.
Shut up.
Thank you.
Powerful. Oh, they don't do it like they used to anymore. That was beautiful. That was lovely is what that was. Amazing. Next! Oh, good. Triple H gets to copyright strike me again. Andrei Tarasenko. WCW. Sid breaks his leg! Oh. I can't believe people still compare AEW to WCW. It's like, it's never gonna get that bad, man. You'd have to do a lot to get that bad again. Next. Shitpost Central. Tony Soprano's Underground.
Hey, T, Muska's in town for a demo. Let's grab his Escalade, flip it in Newark. Easy 10 grand. No one gets hurt.
Chris, you don't put a fucking hand on him. Muska defined an era of skateboarding history.
Also, I think Chad Muska's power level is too high for you.
Whatever. Let's go check out the demo.
Home sweet home. What a jump. At least it's got some killer.
After ages ago being posted. Yeah.
We get to relax and hang
That's
out
twerk.
with Hoovers. It's Seth's Realities, our own little strip of paradise.
Cone, I was out here, minding my own, when these damn scooter kids came by, grabbed my gabagoo, and threw it on the roof. Some kind of internet challenge.
Fucking internet.
Right?
Fuck the internet. T, can you get my gabagoo back? Careful up there. That's a premium cold cut.
All this for a fucking slice of gabagoo?
Thanks, T.
Attaboy.
What's the hold up? We going to the fucking demo or what?
There's a lot of commitment to this. I liked that. It was short. It was lovely. You get one singular like. Next! Casual Geographic. If you never saw it before, you wouldn't believe it was real. That's a weird fucking animal. That's one weird fella right there. Ma, there's a weird fucking cat outside.
Encyclopedia, but if I'm being honest here, I know what that was supposed to be like. I had to go in the comments for this. And apparently that's not a deformity. That's actually what they're supposed to look like. It's a Damascus goat. It originated in Middle East countries and is primarily used for meat and milk. Now, I'm not
the Middle East, that
God
explains
makes
it.
mistakes, but that skull makes me think his draft and post buttons are way too close to each other. Also, a Damascus named God won a prize for most beautiful goat in a contest in 2008, proving that some of y'all will lie unprovoked for no fucking reason. Y'all can call him beautiful, but tell me this goat didn't crawl straight out the Goonies. They actually look somewhat normal as babies, but then I guess puberty hits them like Hiroshima. It's honestly the pug of goats, and I truly
Good way to
mean
put it.
that. And I read some comments on the internet saying, oh, he just wants love. I rebuke that. He wants my life essence. We played God with goats, now we got Barnyard and Dark Souls, and I do not like it. And I could have sworn Satan took the form of a goat. Actually, this makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Don't gotta tag me.
I think that was
every
Baphomet you're
Apple
thinking
video.
of, but yeah.
What do you expect me to say? Like, his existence looks like pain. And for y'all that are gonna sit there and tell me that he actually looks cute, I pay way too much for context for y'all to lie about what's in front of my face. Crazy thing is, this is the second most disturbing goat video I've ever seen.
Oh, I love this one. That's a skinwalker.
A known creature gives a New Yorker a heart attack.
I both can and cannot fully explain what that is. It's called a Kulugo, but it's also known as a flying lemur, even though there's somehow two lies in that one name. They don't fly, they glide, and since they spend most of their lives in their trees, they basically just airdrop themselves from branch to branch. And it's not a lemur.
Chat, how many
Lemurs
squirrels
are
do you think you
primates,
can
making them
defeat?
related to gorillas, chimps, and us. But this thing is
I think I can
primate.
beat up like at
Whoever named
least
it would probably
300
name it
squirrels.
atheist faith. They use that stretchy membrane called a patagium to glide like flying squirrels, and they can travel 650 feet without stopping. That's 200 meters or a little bit less than 2 football fields. But it's not a flying squirrel. There was a time people thought
All
they
of
were
them?
just God's
Oh.
rough draft of a bat, but Kalugos aren't related to bats either. And if you look at the order they're in, Dermotera, they're the only living members. It's like pulling up to a family reunion and finding out you're the only one left. And because their entire personality involves flying, they're too slow and awkward to survive on the ground, and for an animal that lives in the trees, they're pretty mid-climbers. They're so bad at life that being nocturnal is probably the only thing keeping them alive.
You ever think about
Mother
sloths are
Kalugos
really,
carry
really
their
bad at
babies
climbing?
everywhere for the first 6 months, which made some people believe it was a marsupial, like some type of deformed air koala. But it's none of those things. So what the is it? Well, scientists performed genetic analyses on them, basically a 23andMe for a flying carpet, and it turns out their closest evolutionary relative are primates. It's pretty
Jesus
much the
fucking
closest you can
Christ.
get to primates without actually being one. Which means this dehydrated Dollar Tree chipmunk is more related to you than
That's your
it is to an
cousin,
actual
chat.
squirrel or bat.
That's him.
The more you know.
Here's why you should never touch this.
That is Glaucus atlanticus. It's a type of nudibranch, but it's also known as a sea slug. It's also a gastropod mollusk. I'm not finna bore you with a whole biology lesson, but gastropod means
Tiny.
it's related to snails, and mollusk means it pulls up to the same cookout as octopus, squid, and cuttlefish. Also, touching one like this is a creative way of saying you want to pay more for health insurance. These slugs will eat venomous siphonophores like the Portuguese man of war and steal its venom to use to handle its own light work. It stores the venom in its tissue, so if a predator or a person gets too close, they'll get 50 shades of around and find out. Do I cuss too much? Like, I know kids watch me, but then again, they watch Family Guy before 4th grade, so I don't even know anymore. And just like the
Chat, how
Portuguese
hard can a
sailors,
mantis
Glaucus
shrimp
still hand
punch
out
not
painful
in
life
water?
lessons even after its soul's already a set.
If a mantis
Basically,
shrimp
they
is
don't
on
even
dry
realize
land,
that
how
you're
hard can it punch?
So if you see one on the beach, it's definitely a look.
Would
they
it
don't
still
like.
snap
'Cause
off
if
your
anything
bones?
That small and that colorful, there's probably a good reason they don't need to hide. Exhibit A. This blue vibe check can be found off the coast of South Africa, in European waters, off the east coast of Australia, because Australia, and some have even found
It can
in the Gulf
break
of
skin?
California. They're also hermaphrodites
land?
that mate by sword fighting and stabbing each other. Normally in nature, the winner gets
About
the
as
female,
hard, but
here
no
the loser
elemental
becomes
damage.
the more you
Understandable.
know. Here's a story of how 76 beavers were parachuted into Idaho, and yes, that is a thing that happened. So in the 1940s, the people of Idaho had
Did we
beef with the
watch
buck-tooth
something about
beaver
this before?
population, mainly because their habit of taking down trees was causing
I swear
floods
I
in
know
people's
this
yards and
story.
damage to gardens. But because beavers actually contribute to society, unlike some of the people complaining about them, the government
You have
decided
water
that
in your
instead of
blood,
swat wiping
Ori.
them, it would just be better to
Not
move
me,
them
I
to
have
other
spite in
areas.
my blood.
The only problem was the moving process for beavers involved putting them in boxes and Ubering them via horses and mules. This was the 40s. There was no beaver U-Haul. These boxes would overheat, and the beavers would become so stressed that they would refuse to eat, and the horses and mules carrying them eventually got pressed too. It was a bad time for everyone involved. So they realized they had to get creative. And apparently creative meant tying the boxes to parachutes from World War II and literally airdropping them into the Idaho wilderness. But of course, you can't just eat a beaver out of a plane without being sure you weren't just committing beaver slaughter with extra steps. So they experimented the best and safest ways to drop beavers from a plane, and the test subject they used was an old been-around-the-block beaver named Geronimo. You really can't make this up. After using Old Man Geronimo to figure out
I know this story.
area to drop the beavers, it was time. August 14th, 1948.
Where the hell do I know this story from?
Beavers were loaded into crates and flown in a twin engine where they skydived to their new home. And these furry paratroopers had a 99% success rate. But only because one of the beavers managed to escape and jump out of the box when he was 76 feet from the ground and took himself off the fences when he met the ground.
That's why.
The rest of the Air Force beavers managed to land safely on the ground and were able to crawl out the box and explore the new neighborhood and begin a new beaver life. And to most people, this was a success. PETA wasn't happy about it, but you know, PETA gon' PETA. Also, it turns out each parachuting beaver cost taxpayers
Chat, you ever
about
think that
$7
PETA is like a
so it
psyop?
worked out pretty well. Today we have better ways to control the beaver
Do you think it's possible that PETA all this time has been a psyop by Big Meat?
Like some DLC just brings me joy. One of my favorite all-time animal facts was that the CIA
because it's like no one likes PETA. No one on Earth likes PETA, right?
I guess. But they were low.
They don't like vegans.
Because otters are smart.
No one likes vegans.
Tough enough to survive the freezing ocean without blubber. They'll square up and run phase with jaguars and caiman. I've seen them do it.
Mental health has gone down the drain. Me every afternoon, man.
If you give them a reason. But like honey badgers with better swim time. So someone in the CIA.
There's going to McDonald's to flex on PETA.
And I'm gonna read you my favorite parts. According to the Otter dossier, they can be trained to climb
Back when I had like stable income, I usually just walked down to like either the Taco John's or the Taco Bell or something.
And turn on faucets. They somehow figured out that a motivated water weasel can chew through a zinc sheet, and I honestly couldn't tell you how they found that one out.
Stop oil by oil tycoon children. That'll do it.
Pups, because apparently they get diarrhea. A lot. But by far my favorite part is where they say otters are easy to train, but they can become too devoted to humans, which can lead to their destruction.
They're bound to have people you puppet in PETA. Probably.
The report also mentions that they're almost impossible to transport because an otter that feels confined can and will attempt to destroy anything trying to escape. The report also specifically says never to take food from an otter because, and I might be paraphrasing here, take their food and they take your fingers. And in fact, the exact quote was, never take food from an otter, particularly that which he has just caught or suffer severe mauling. Yeah, someone got really up for them to put that there. Honestly,
by an otter?
Chance, please read the whole report. I'm gonna put it in the comments. I mean, there's a chance the report's fake.
Do otters have higher, like, jaw strength than dogs?
Like, too much effort went into it for it to be a lie. Moral of this video.
Because I always just assumed they were like, I don't know, a German Shepherd or something.
Basically weapons of otter destruction.
Turkey's performing demon ritual on past tense cat.
So there's actually
what the fuck is wrong with birds?
Complex reason why turkeys do this. Turkeys are so fucking stupid that it's actually medically fascinating. Like, they're not dumb enough to stare at the sky during a storm and reverse baptize themselves. That's actually a well-known myth. But they are brain cell deficient enough to not tell the difference between a threat to their way of life and an expired cat. It's likely that turkeys are curious about the past tense cat, but too paranoid to get too close to the course because, again, turkeys have no idea.
Imagine losing a fight to an otter. I couldn't imagine.
What you're seeing is a prey response that only an animal locked in the basement of the food chain can come up with.
I keep hearing coyotes outside.
Like turkeys, chickens,
and there's like a significant amount of like open space just outside of my window. I keep hearing them. I know they're out there.
So pretty much these turkeys are stuck in
I'm gonna have to fight them at some point. I know it's gonna happen.
Just keep going.
I go outside at night a lot, man.
Since a guy named
it's just a matter of when.
Eagles were cowardly scavengers that didn't deserve the clout. But
grab it by the tail and Hulk smash it. So true.
Like he might have been on timing. So yeah.
The hell is this? Nature.
I'm not gonna say they're stupid, but I'm not gonna say they're aware of the world either. Someone asked me what I think the most underrated animal in the world is, and I instantly thought of this picture. Goats really do be goating. The bottom of their hooves have soft pads that contour to the surface they're climbing.
They do weird shit like this, man.
To the laws of physics. This isn't
Chat, you ever see a cat fall from like a really, really high place and they're perfectly fine?
When nature says climb, goats say how high. This isn't
like, you ever see a cat fall like 10 stories and they're completely fine?
To lick the salt off the stones and let the rest of the world wonder how. For y'all to think goats are just some hippie free climbing sheep, they eat their Wheaties. Some male mountain goats can tip the scales at over 300 pounds.
That's a big boy.
I caught a fade with a grizzly, and it was the bear that got turned into a trophy. We got smoke for you too if you want it. Hikers have been warned when going through the Olympic National Trail in Washington because the mountain goats there have started harassing people. The reason is because the mountain goats there have gotten addicted to the salt and human sweat and pee, and they'll press you just to get their fix. Peeing on a trail in their area code is like a Batman signal to a feeding goat. One actually took a man off the census and wouldn't even let first responders get near his body. Those goats became such a menace that they had to be airdropped somewhere else. The media won't admit it, but out of all the bears,
why don't
cougars,
you
and wolves,
simply
goats are
cut
the
her?
real G's, but like
The
lasagna,
goat.
they move in silence. You only have 3 seconds. If you can't find it, you're already dead.
Oh, that thing.
Alright,
Right.
here's why you always look up if you're under a tree in Tanzania.
Yeah.
That is a leopard.
There he is.
Leopards are the best climbers of any big cat, and they'll stalk their victims from branches only to drop
Who would
down
win, a
and pick them up
coyote or an
and
XL bully?
And they'll wait up in the trees for hours for the right
I'm gonna say the
opportunity to
bully's
strike.
got that.
And if you try to escape by climbing up the tree, that'd be like stealing Michael Phelps' Walton and swan diving into a pool. That's their home court. But that's only one reason you should be careful under trees. Because leopards carry their meals up in trees where they don't have to pay food taxes to lions or hyenas. And
Talk about
leopards
someone
are so
grabbing a
freakishly
goat by the
strong
horns
that
and
they can
locking it in a
bend
sleeper
They
hold.
are up into the trees using only their mouth. Yes, that is a giraffe. But because leopards keep anything they can't finish up in the trees, you can really become a hashtag if a leopard's lunch gets airdropped to the back of your head.
Do all cats have like a really strong gag reflex? Because I'd always heard if you get attacked by a tiger, just shove your entire arm in its mouth. It will start vomiting and run away from you. Does that just work on all cats?
Species of animal, and they're so good at stat padding that they'll
If I get
sometimes
jumped by a
accidentally
leopard, is that
subdivide.
reliable? Funny. Don't fuck with yaks, man. You don't
Yeah,
fuck
so
with
fun
yaks.
fact. This animal sends more people to the ER than bears, wolves, and cougars combined. The American bison is the heaviest thing with a heartbeat in North America, maxing out
Bison?
at over
Same
2,200
difference.
pounds. They can also grow to 10 feet long, run you down at 35. If you try to run from the smoke by hopping over a fence, a motivated bison can clear a 6-foot fence. Now, there's 2 reasons why this guy is seriously testing his life insurance. One is because they're pretty much legally blind, so like rhinos, they respond to anything that moves with violence. And 2 is because a bison is a great value meal for predators. Wolves and grizzlies have been known to smoke an apple pack, and mountain lions will target unaccompanied baby bison.
Well, yeah.
That generational trauma means a bison is more likely to turn a person into a chalk outline if they get out of line. The difference between a bear and an animal like a moose or bison is a bear looks at you and has to decide if you're even worth the effort. A bison assumes you're going to turn him into calories and will barrel roll you first. But because bison in national parks are used to being around people, they're usually pretty chill unless you get too close.
Unless you start being a
too
dick.
close is how pictures like this happen. Someone had to go home with no pants and explain that she lost them because she couldn't social distance from a tank with horns. Yeah, don't do that. Because bison isn't just a name. It's what your parents are going to say at your casket if Oppa decides to turn up on you.
Horrifying sound of a woman becoming a hashtag.
That's we're right. The cat that sounds like a screaming
Mistake you
bitch.
could make is going to save that woman. Because that's not a woman getting turned into a head.
Yeah.
That was a
There it
female
is.
mountain lion in heat. Female cougars will often make these shrieking, blood-curdling screams when they're in estrus. It's like their Batman signal for getting laid. Answering that call when it's not for you is how you meet Batman's parents. Of course, I'm exaggerating. Cougars are way more afraid of you and will probably go the other way if you pull up on them. What won't
I'd hope
go
so.
away are the bricks in your pants after you try to be a hero and make eye contact with this walking steroid. I know it's not related, but I'm still gonna mention it. Tigers have been known to imitate the sounds of their prey to fool them into a false sense of security before they turn them into a hashtag. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, this is a margay, and they do the exact same thing with baby monkeys. Now, I'm not saying the cougars do it on purpose, but I am saying that nature is a bitch like that. Also, I forgot to mention that cougars tend to scream while mating. So if you're ever alone in bed and hear a woman on a Tinder date with Joe from you, don't worry. It's just cougars getting more action than you.
Stop screaming!
You know penguins will sell themselves, but like, in that way? Let me explain.
Yeah, I
This
do
isn't
actually.
A Delhi penguin.
I'm aware.
If you hear a messed up penguin fact, it usually involves them. So basically, Adelis build their nest out of piles of pebbles, which means 2 things. Pebbles are a penguin's form of currency, and the penguin with the most pebbles is considered the most attractive. So female Adelie penguins will offer their bodies to males in exchange for a rock, and yeah, it's exactly what I'm making it sound like.
Yes!
Sometimes the female will give it up to a male in exchange for a pebble, even though she already has a mate waiting for her back at the nest. Scientists can't really confirm this, but it's believed the females do this so that if their mate gets packed up by a seal or something, they still have a backup. Doesn't stop there, because a lot of times the female will pretend to be interested in the single male, and right when the male thinks he's about to get it in, she takes the pebble and runs back to her actual mate. The best example I could think of is if you buy
that's
her a
women.
drink only for her to take it and bring it over to her man on the other side of the bar. Basically, these penguins pull a Cardi B, but, you know, without the Cosby part. And before you feel bad for them, just remember that male Adelis have been known to have relations with injured females, chicks, penguin corpses, and one even hooked up with the ground. To completion. Penguins are dressed as Wall Street brokers, and they have the moral compass of one too.
Never drink the water at Cardi B's house.
This special magic mushroom.
In what situation would I ever be at Cardi B's house?
And make a bunch of weird drunken noises. And the mushroom's toxic to us, but if you drink the pee of a reindeer that's eating it, you too
I don't
can get
want
elevated
hepatitis,
and
thank you.
elevated. Basically, getting R. Kelly by a reindeer will have you believing you can fly as well. The more you know.
Animals are weird. No. Leave me alone. No. No, leave me be, spirit. Oh, that's the whole thing. Huh. Fascinating. Next! Brendor the Endor. Quite possibly the worst sound effect I've ever heard in a cartoon.
Dude, check it out.
It's not great, is it? Vile. How many pairs of Ugg boots do you own, Ori? I'm not a white woman. Thanks. Ah. Next! Justin. Mugen. Homer Simpson versus Peter Griffin. Uploaded 18 years ago. Jesus Christ, I probably saw this before. Yeah! Going back in time, baby! 2007 was yesterday!
Out of my way, jerkhead! Now that's it, you're history, pal.
Ancient. At last.
That's it, I'm out of here.
This was like the epitome of entertainment for a solid year. A decisive early lead by Homer. Peter down to about 40% now. Trying to mount some type of offense in this one. Homer keeping up the pressure, not letting him get an ounce of offense in. Tornado lariat.
That's it, I'm out of here.
Loved old Mugen fighting videos. They were a lot of fun back then. Dude, he has an assist, for God's sake.
God diddly yuck. I am Smart. I am Smart.
SMRT. I mean SMART. There's a lot of Mugen porn mods now. You mean like Riona stuff? Beginning to think the scales are tipped in someone's favor here.
I'm out of here.
Boy summon button is too powerful. Needs to be nerfed. Dude, I don't think your combo potential is all that good, man. Evil Homer. I am evil Homer. I am evil Homer. I am evil Homer. Ah. It was a lifetime ago. The Earth was young in those days. Next! Bad electrician weaponizing ice cream in World War II. Only 5 minutes, thank fuck.
Boy, this video is going to be aggressive. Today we're talking about the biggest logistical flex of all time, the sheer amount of ice cream the US military managed to eat in World War II. Buckle up, because it's gonna get weird. In 1943, the US military managed to eat 135
Usually the
million
Navy, isn't
pounds
it?
of ice cream. I don't know how you guys want to quantify that, like elephant meters or kilo-elephants. It's 10,384. Write
This
that
video
down.
is good.
Moving on.
You say
Hey,
so.
real quick, this video is brought to you by my favorite sporting goods store, Shields. They've got over 30 retail locations across the US and an even
You
better
know, there was a
online
Dick's
store that
Sporting
offers
Goods
price
back in
matching
the
and
Easttown
satisfaction
Mall
guarantee
in
or your
Madison,
money back.
Wisconsin.
So if you need anything
It was
from
the only
camping
store
gear
in
to
that entire
sporting goods
building
to
that had 2
casual
floors.
clothes to work clothes, make sure to go check out Shields in
I
person.
think I bought
or
like
I'll
an
have their link in the
Undertaker
description
jacket
down
there
below.
once.
Back to the video. Why on earth was the American military eating
Ended up
so
giving
much
it to
ice
another
cream?
kid I
Couple
knew
of
in middle
reasons.
school
Reason
because I
number one,
lost a bet to him about
because America's
WrestleMania.
always number one, and we can. Buh! You're so dumb. America's not number one and the metric system's better. Buh! Okay, look, first of all, you're ruining my story. Second of all, I have no idea what the metric system's doing for you, but I do know the only reason you're not doing it while speaking German is because of America and fractions, so show some respect. As I was saying, reason number two, it's complicated. You see, it all started on January 17th, 1920, when the 18th Amendment went into effect and America would begin the noble experiment, aka prohibition. Alcohol's banned across all of the US. Because
that
of
really
this,
went
pretty much
well.
overnight, all the bars in America turned into ice cream parlors rather than go out of business, and ice cream stepped up to fill the social void left by alcohol. If you're not picking up on a put down, I'm trying to tell you that ice cream is essentially the new booze. And I know what you're thinking, why on earth would the
Just
American
like
government
SpongeBob.
ban alcohol? It's the land of the free, the home of the brave, and now you can't even enjoy a beer? That doesn't make any sense. But apparently America had a severe drinking problem back then, so the government had to step up and ban alcohol because they care about our health. Right. And then to prove how much they cared about our health, once people naturally started making their own booze at home using industrial alcohol, they started mandating to all the manufacturers of industrial alcohol that they had to put methyl alcohol inside of it, which is poisonous to people, which as a result led to over 10,000 Americans being poisoned to death during Prohibition by their own government because the government wanted to make them healthy.
I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
But at least there is a silver lining, because Prohibition's how we got NASCAR, with a bunch of rednecks hopping up their cars so they could outrun cops. And then naturally they wanted to see if
Directly
they could
to
outrun
an
each other.
obese
And bada bing, bada
Electromancer
boom,
2-star
NASCAR's
class.
born. A lot of left turns. Anyways, the
We
point I'm trying
watched
to get across
your
to you is the
Griefer
majority of
video,
people
the
that
last
served
one.
in World War II grew up
Very
in an
high
era
quality.
where their alcohol
They don't make 'em
was
like they
ice
used
cream.
to.
Meaning that they're going to do all the ridiculous shit that military members do for alcohol, but they're going to do it for ice cream. I mean, during the Korean
You
War,
watched
the
Psycho
Seabees
Sid
stole a
break
train
his
full of
fucking
booze,
leg. It was
and
great.
during World War II in 1942, when the USS Lexington, an aircraft carrier, got sank by 2 torpedoes, while the ship was sinking, the crew decided that it was very important that they raided the mess hall first to take all the ice cream with them. They were literally sitting in life rafts eating ice cream out of their helmets. The crews for B-17 and B-24 bombers used to take ice cream mix, put it inside of ammo cans, and then stick it inside the ball turrets when they went on a bombing run, because then if they made it back after successfully bombing the enemy, the ball turret got cold enough and there was enough turbulence that it would both chill and churn the ice cream, so then they had fresh ice cream afterwards.
Innovation.
There were literally mobile ice cream factories that would follow the front line just behind it and deliver fresh ice cream to the front line every day. And then we get to the absolute pinnacle of logistical
They usually put
flexing,
food dye in
the
it
ice
back
cream
then, I
ships
remember.
of World War II. Yeah, the Navy had 3 of these things. They could make
Because the banana
500
ice cream
gallons of
wasn't
ice cream
yellow
a
enough.
day. They had enough refrigerated storage to hold 2,000 gallons, and their entire job was to make ice cream and deliver it around the Pacific Theater. Now, to be fair, it's technically not a ship. It was a concrete barge. If you don't know the difference, a barge doesn't move under its own power. It's basically got to be pulled around by tugboats. Also, when I say concrete barge, a lot of people seem to misinterpret it and think that it was a barge that was used for mixing concrete, and then they retrofitted it to make ice cream instead. That's not what
No.
happened. It's literally made out of concrete. During World War II, pretty much everything was being rationed, and the US military experimented with making boats and barges out of concrete, like the USS Quartz was completely made out of concrete. And then later, after they determined that the barges sucked, the US Navy took 3 of them, spent $1 million on each, retrofitted it into an ice cream factory. And not only is this the biggest logistical flex of all time, it very well may be the biggest morale changing factor ever. I mean,
It does
think about
a lot.
this. It is 1945, and these guys are eating a frozen dairy treat 2,000 miles from home, and the enemy is literally 15 miles from home, and they can't get food. Do you have any idea what effect it would have on your morale if you were the bad guy in World War II and you haven't eaten in 3 days, but it's okay because you have a superior warrior culture and your team's gonna pull through and you're gonna win because Go team, you guys got this. And then the Americans
And then Jethro's eating like fucking chocolate chip over there.
Fucking ice cream cones.
Oh yeah.
Maybe, just maybe, you're on the wrong side of this argument. That's like the Star-Spangled Darth Vader, okay? Come to the red, white, and blue side, we've got fucking ice cream. So in conclusion, booze and ice cream are on the same level of awesome. And next time you go out to a restaurant, and you see that little old man with the black hat on the front that says he's a veteran eating ice cream out of a little dish for dessert, you know what's up. Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang.
We all really innovated on a lot of things back then, didn't we? And then we just kind of stopped doing that after a while. Huh. Now everything has to be safe. Everything has to comply. Everything has to be really lame and gay. Next! Batman vs. Misty. Battle for the Badge. Kids WB Pokemon / Batman Beyond. Promo commercial. 1999. From Video Hut.
Kids WB presents the Pokemon Battle for the Badge, and now Batman versus the Misty.
Kids WB and like the Fox Box used to do stuff like this.
Hey kid, use the Batarang.
I got it covered. Batjet, I choose you.
The Batjet is unable to fly. The match goes to Misty.
You may be stupid, Terry.
Continues, but first it's an all-new Batman Beyond next on Kids WB.
Enlightening. Remember when, like, commercials had some soul to them? I remember. Next! Lost Utopia Films Super Fauna Safari Godzilla Found Footage. I love this channel, dude. I love it. I love this channel.
Explore the magnificent world of monsters with Super Fauna Safari. See them wild and free in the safest possible viewing experience around.
Dude, if that thing can take 3 steps and be on top of you, that's not a good sign.
Super Fauna, where monsters of all sizes coexist.
Hey, I know that guy!
Or take a thrilling cruise in our specialized pheromone-protected boats to destinations.
Is that the, Oh, hey, it's Zilla. Was that the not T-Rexes that are on Skull Island? Is that what that was?
But what could be better than that? Seeing it all at the brand new low price of $1,999 per package.
Dude, I don't care how fucking loaded you are. That's not worth it.
$1,999. Feel the earth tremble. Hear their mighty roars. The memories will last a lifetime. What are you waiting for?
You remember when the lawyer in Jurassic Park said they were going to charge $10,000 a day to go to the park?
That's 1-800-MONSTER.
Who did they think was going to show up?
Recommended for experienced riders only. Super Fauna Safari is not responsible for any injury or death that occurs after the waiver signing. Please research your destinations to understand the risk.
Howdy, folks. Welcome aboard the Super Fauna Safari. Glad to have you here.
Yo, who dat?
Everybody, just remain calm. If you'll just...
Hey, it's that guy. He picked up the whole boat. Ah. Despite the risk, Superfauna tourism attracts visitors from around the world. By 2010, it's predicted to become a multi-billion-dollar industry. This channel's great. Ah. They should make more. Would you go? Well, I look like I have $2,000 to spare. Ah. If it was free. Sure, what have I got to live for? That was quite nice. That was quite lovely, is what that was. GTA 4 original map concept art, tri-state area, Badger, Gujar.
So, guess what?
A very big and, in my opinion, very
Every time I think about replaying this, I always just think about doing this in a car.
Called Universe Twisters
trying to drive at all every single time I pull out.
Who used to work at Rockstar,
and that kind of stops me.
And who was credited in GTA 4 as the lead map artist for Broker, Bohan, and Dukes. And Yan2295 tweeted about this, which is how I first found out about it. So first, I just want to give my sincerest thanks to all three people that were involved in this chain. And yes, I do mean sincerest thanks. I am aware that this isn't exactly like finding the remains of Noah's Ark or some lost treasure like something out of Uncharted, but as a massive nerd for both game development and geography, this one hits a lot different.
The geography is more respectable.
What you are looking at right now is quite possibly one of the earliest map concepts of Grand Theft Auto 4 as drawn by Nick Taylor. These drawings most likely date back to late 2004, around the time that San Andreas...
Former Rockstar employees just dump a shitload of concept art and assets into their personal websites.
Yeah,
I do the same
thing. In a 2008 interview with Electronic Gaming Monthly. When GTA 4
you remember that guy quit Valve and he just went, yeah, here's the entire plot of Half-Life 2 Episode 3. Here's the whole thing.
We got. In the final game, we got Rockstar's own version of most of New York City and part of Hudson County, New Jersey. But it sounds like
I've never liked game map in the middle of the ocean.
Describe the original concept that was drawn
I would much prefer you just put up like arbitrary barriers.
In place of freaking, and that it was the next logical step to make.
I've never understood why every single game like this takes place in Waterworld.
Map of San Andreas, probably because they knew that this was roughly the area size they would be working with. Had they moved ahead with this concept, I'm sure they would have made it a little larger. If you look at the drawing on the right, there's another square traced around the inside of the map. I don't know for sure, but maybe this was meant to represent the San Andreas map and how much larger they could go for the next generation. But we don't know. For now, all we can tell is that this was obviously a rough concept. And by the way, if San Andreas was awesome for its time with how they gave us a whole entire state with 3 cities to explore, then for GTA 4, how would 3 states sound? Because clearly there's the state of New York, New Jersey, and then Connecticut to the north. Before we start examining all of this, let's first hone in on the urban centerpiece of the map, and the area that we mostly got in the final game, Liberty City and Alderney, or in this case, New York City and a small part of northern New Jersey. I should mention that this concept map does have the real-life names listed, but these are most likely just placeholders.
Yeah.
Being that both the city's map in the final game and the city's layout in this concept are based directly on the real-life map of New York and the part of New Jersey that's across the Hudson River from New York, they're both going to follow the same general layout, but the original concept was a bit more true to the real-life location. The first thing I noticed is the fact that everything is on an angle. Manhattan in real life doesn't just stand straight up and down like Algonquin does in GTA 4, but in this concept they drew it based on how it looks in real life. The New Jersey
probably
area
too hard for playtesters to read, I guess.
Layout a little bit more, with part of the area being separated by something resembling Newark Bay. The Bronx-like area that would go on to become Bohan is still the smallest area, but I love how they specifically drew a spot indicating where Yankee Stadium should go. That never wound up in the final map. GTA 4 never had any stadiums, despite being home to a Major League Baseball team. I wonder how soon after did they decide to not include any stadiums?
Yeah, that's weird in hindsight, isn't it?
Option if they didn't want to take up any space in Bohan. If they wanted a baseball stadium, at the time, Shea Stadium in Queens would have been an option. That's gone now, but Citi Field is right across from where it used to be. It's not far at all from these landmarks in Flushing Meadows Park.
UFOs! I like those.
New York, you'd probably still recognize the area from GTA 4. Anyway, I digress. Back to the map concept. There's nothing really remarkable about the way Brooklyn looks here. Coney Island is marked out, and in the final game we know that as Firefly Island. But let's look again at the area that's supposed to be Queens. I like that they had a little rendition of the islands and marshes that are in Jamaica Bay next to what's listed as the airport, which is obviously the location of JFK. Clearly, there was going to be something based on the Rockaway Peninsula, which would have served as another residential area and as a secondary beach from Brighton Beach, which in the game was known as Hove Beach. And besides where it's marked as airport around Jamaica Bay, in the northern part of Queens, there's this spot which kinda looks like it's drawn to be another airport. So I guess they had the idea in mind to include both airports in Queens. You would have had JFK to the south, and then you would have had LaGuardia to the north.
They don't really do that in these games, do they?
If those are indeed supposed to be runways and not just random scribbles of something else that I'm misinterpreting. Moving out of the city limits east of Queens, we have this huge area that's obviously supposed to be the rest of Long Island. It's kind of shaped a bit odd, but this is probably since they knew they had a square area to work with at the time, so I guess they sort of had to squish things together when it was drawn up. Fire Island is there. Fire Island is a small beach community, but it's very popular in the summertime. There's a lot of beachgoers, tourists, and people who own summer homes all flocking there from the city during the warmer months. Further away from this,
I'm sure the waves are worth it.
Based on the Hamptons, another popular area in the summertime, and certainly a more famous area with how often it's been featured in popular media. And the Hamptons is also
there's an area around here that looks kind of like
it's
this.
home to many of the state of New York's elite residents.
The quality of housing is much worse,
A lot of beachfront mansions. Funny enough, even though the final game never
Fire
featured
Island,
anything based on the Hamptons, they
know.
were still mentioned a few times here and there, and they were even given their own name. The Caraways is the GTA world's equivalent of the Hamptons. I don't know when they would have come up with the name, but seeing as how everything on Taylor's concept map goes by their real-life names, I'm not sure if they would have had the name in mind by this point. They probably considered it afterwards when they realized that they wanted to mention the Hamptons, but without calling the Hamptons by their real name. Also, before we move along, as another moment of digression, the name Caraways comes from Nick Carraway, the narrator of F. Scott Fitzgerald's 1925 novel The Great Gatsby, most of which is set in Long Island. Clever name idea on Rockstar's part, huh? Besides Fire Island and the Hamptons, the rest of Long Island
GTA 6 is going to be terrible.
But I'd assume that had development on this
like proper awful,
the
right?
conceptual stages, the rest of it was probably just
like I have next to no faith in the quality of that product.
The area north of the Bronx on this concept is Connecticut, or at least Fairfield County, not necessarily the whole state. Connecticut doesn't border the Bronx in real life. When you head north, you're still going to be in the state of New York, but Connecticut isn't too far from there either. It's about 20 miles, give or take. Head north on I-95 and you'll be right there. It looks like a pretty sizable portion of southwestern Connecticut would have been featured too. Like with their rendition of Long Island, we probably would have seen a lot of wooded areas and countryside, but they also had the idea to include a small city there as well. It's marked as Darien/Stamford, so it probably would have had a downtown or harbor area like Stamford, and then a residential area like Darien. West of Connecticut, we're
making your cuts as much as you can, huh?
What they had in mind for the rest of the state of New York. There are two other cities that are
K-On making a great BattleTech game after seeing gameplay footage of that bit in the RoboCop expansion in which you control Ed.
After all, Buffalo is the second biggest city in New York. With a population of about 260,000, it is much smaller than New York City. But I guess it would have made for a good smaller secondary city. And with Syracuse, I guess they wanted something else that was more centrally located in the state. A few mountain ranges were drawn up too, the Adirondacks and the Catskills. Sam Hauser mentioned these in the EGM interview, and he also told a story of how he had been to the Adirondacks once and how long of a drive it was to get there from the city. So we'd have upstate New York, something based on Buffalo, mountain ranges. Lake Ontario was going to be the body of water to the north of the
Indian
map,
tech
but I
companies
wonder
pay
if they
more
would
than
have featured
Rockstar.
something
Jesus
based
Christ.
on Niagara Falls. Tell me I'm not the only person who thinks that trying to take boats and cars or Nico himself over the edge of the falls in a game like GTA 4 would have been
opportunity,
amazing.
right?
A few months before episodes from Liberty City was going to come out, I got to visit Niagara Falls. And in my teenage mind, a place like that being in GTA was exactly what I was thinking of. Finally, we got good
play
old Jersey, which by
PVZ1
the
DLC
final
mod?
game was known as Alderney.
Plants
Outside
vs.
of the area
Zombies?
that's roughly what we saw in GTA 4, there's not much to talk about. I would have to assume that, like with Connecticut and the rest
Is there a
of
modding
New York,
scene for Plants
you'd see
vs.
more
Zombies
stuff
I'm
like
unaware of?
forests, farms, just general countryside.
Huh.
Although a massive area based on the Pine Barrens would have been amazing if people in multiplayer ever felt like recreating that episode of The Sopranos with their friends. It'll be like a free roam deathmatch, just you and your friends chasing each other through the woods, once you decide who's going to be Chris, who's going to be Paulie, and who's going to be the interior decorator. Out in the bay, there appears to be a little island based on Liberty Island, which we have in the final map as Happiness Island. And one final thing that
And the
I
beating
honestly thought
heart
was
inside the
mind-blowing.
statue.
There's no Staten Island. And the reason why I find this mind-blowing is because when I first learned that the map of GTA 4 was originally far different from what we got, in the concept stages at least, I wondered how different Liberty City might have looked, and if maybe it was going to be based even more on the city of New York, you know, with all 5 boroughs instead of just 4. I guess I was partially correct in figuring that the map layout would have at least been much closer to the real thing, but it looks like Rockstar just never
Tagged you
considered
in lobby.
including Staten Island.
All right,
My
hang
sincerest
on.
apologies to any Staten Island
Looking at the
residents.
phone.
Rockstar does not recognize your borough. I would have thought for sure it would have been included at least on an early concept
Chinese
map, but
modded
I guess
Plants
not.
vs. Zombies.
Also, with a map of this
Oh,
size
I've
and
seen this
scope,
video.
I am certain that they would have had airplanes in mind when they were designing
This is some brain rot if ever I've seen it.
Files for GTA 4 do include handling for 3 airplanes. These could just be leftovers from San Andreas, but who knows? Perhaps the game could have entered a very early state of development with the multi-state idea still in mind, and maybe they did some early work
Just didn't
for
have it in
planes
it, huh?
before they were dropped. Having seen all of this, why do you think they decided to trim it all down? I can't help but think that some out there would be kinda disappointed at the idea that we nearly had 3 states worth of suburban and rural areas to explore in the game. Well, as the EGM
You could have if it weren't for the console
states,
ports.
the team at Rockstar, most likely still in the very early stages of GTA 4's development, decided to do things a little bit differently in terms of how they would expand on GTA in order to enhance the experience for everyone. Having a larger map is great, and that's probably a logical step to make for most developers when they're working on their next big project. But what about the little details? What about the experience of the game itself? Sam Houser was quoted
To this
as
day,
saying
I still
this,
don't believe that the
"How are we going
GTA
to
map is
increase the
larger than the San
resolution of the
Andreas.
experience? How could we increase the gravity?
There's just something special about San Andreas' map that makes it feel so much bigger than it actually is.
Further and further out. We wanted every single thing that you do, whether it's walking down the street, going into a pawn shop, using the guns, driving a car, or a bike, or a boat, or a helicopter, or whatever. Just general basic interaction to feel re-engineered and re-engaged so it feels new to people. In other words, if I'm understanding Mr. Houser correctly, it was a matter of quality over quantity. Including areas based on 3 separate states was a very ambitious idea. But maybe it was just too ambitious to be feasible for something beyond the drawing board back then, especially with how this was going to be their first game for the next generation of consoles at the time. Nevertheless, it's at least another interesting part of GTA history, and I'm glad that we're able to see this concept. Whatever thoughts you might have
Remember
on
that
this
Chinese mod is
concept,
Plants
let me know
vs.
in the
Zombies
comments,
Fusion?
and thank you for watching.
Oh, isn't that informative? Next! A man has a mental breakdown in Lego City from Flying Kitty. Get happy, get happy, get happy, get happy, get happy, get happy, get happy!
A man, a man, start fucking. Hey! A man has a mental breakdown in Lego City. Hey! Fuck you. Prepare to die. A man has died in Lego City. Fantastic.
Always is.
And off to the terrorists. And make a man has fallen off the helicopter.
Todd Bot, how many hallucinogenics?
Lower up, stretch the side.
Good.
Nice. No. Prepare the left. A man has fallen into the city. City is this so start the fucking truck and drive into the speedboat and then the life floor. The new hit scene goes from and rest.
And drugs must be great. Alright, let me get more. Let me get more. Hang on. I'm retrieving more. You've also added more. Just let me do that quick. Grabbing these things here and there. Going to and fro with it. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Let's grab one of them. And we'll take one of these. That'll be good. I'm retrieving more. Give me a goddamn minute. Give a man a second now. Oh, this'll be, yeah, fucking Jesus Christ, sure, why not? Yeah, we can do that, why not? I don't want to, but sure. That'll go well. Oh, God. It's always just more. There's just so much more around. Do one of them. Grab one of these. And... oh, God, that's a lot. I'll take one of them. And that should be good for a moment. All right. First on the docket for this one, from whatever that says, PRL 412. I love the Star Trek phaser. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Based. I didn't know the cutscenes were actually... I didn't know it would stay in engine. Like, I knew they were in engine. I didn't think the player could still have control in the cutscene. I figured it was an entirely different thing. Is there anything in the game it doesn't work on? I actually don't know. Does it not work on Ashley? Oh, yeah, there's still that. Some things never change. For the love of God, get off the screen, Peacock! There you go. It's beautiful. It's like being smitten by God himself, isn't it? Go on, bitch boy. He's already dead, it's too late. Oh, I don't think it actually works on the truck engine, does it? Does it not? It doesn't, right? Huh, I guess it does. You good, man? I never got why everyone has so much trouble with the water room. I never understood it. The room's great. I always found this room a lot harder than the water room. The cum gun. That works. The evil. Okay, goodbye. You fool! You should have waited until they were on the land. Now their treasure is lost to the dark. Easily sorted if they had this weapon. Yeah, a little bit. Every once in a while, there's a guy with a rocket launcher. Just every once in a while. With style, huh? You know, if I remember right, the mine cart is like the last time you have to deal with Dr. Salvador in the original. Big fan of Finger of God mode in RE4. It's nice, right? I forget, how do you unlock it? Is it beat the game on normal or is it beat the game on professional? It's been too long. I think it's professional, isn't it? Dude, it took me actual years to unlock the hand cannon. Like, man, Waterworld in that game with mercenaries just kicked my ass for years on end. So falls a classic heel. Still doesn't work. JJ, my boy! It still works. Go on! Jesus. Even with the blocker on, it still doesn't work all the time. Fuck you, Krauser!
Prepare for your death,
Goodbye! Man, that thing blocks everything, huh? There you go. All it takes is one. It doesn't get old. Oh yes, jackass.
To show my appreciation, I will help you awaken from your world of cliché.
Stop. Not much.
Ada, stand back.
Just in the middle of the cutscene, he has a quote. Didn't even have a chance. Oh god, it's so satisfying. What's the all-time high score on Mercenaries, you think? It's gotta be out there somewhere, right? For like max combo and for highest point value. How long would it even take to get something like that? 999 probably? I always liked that piece of art. Like, I get it's just a model of Leon just thrown onto some picture someone took in a subway. It still looks cool. Powerful. Next! Rob's Media, the biological horrors behind Mexia Supermarket. I don't know what that is.
The crime scene of a cold case, the site of many break-ins, and a biological horror festering within a small community. All three of these things can perfectly describe Mexia Supermarket. Here's the full story. 3900 South Hemphill Street in South Fort Worth, Texas.
This is like a real thing and not a spooky spaghetti thing, right?
Supermarket called Daniel's Food Stores. The 36,000 square foot building seemingly opened in the 1980s, though it closed around 1997.
I'm getting water.
Most likely due to a disturbing incident that occurred on May 29th, 1994. 18-year-old manager Eduardo Lopez was approached by a Hispanic gunman who demanded to see the safe. Eduardo, who had no choice, took the man into the office. He was then shot and killed, with the man hiding his body in the freezer. To this day, there doesn't seem to be any suspects, and not much information is publicly available online. The building would soon get new owners, being two unknown individuals that came to the United States from Laos. The name was changed to the Mexia Supermarket with them receiving
Laos known for being very trustworthy.
a $975,000 business loan from the Advanced Investment Corporation. It was supposed to be paid over the course of 15 years, but as you'll soon see, that never happened. The business officially opened sometime in late 1998, with their first taxable season being October of that year. The store struggled financially, as it was unable to make a profit, despite the owners owing $1.14 million to various creditors. They eventually filed a Chapter 7 bankruptcy protection by September 28, 1999. The ownership of Mexia soon transferred to a bankruptcy trustee. The owners would flee the US following this, supposedly returning to Laos instead of staying and dealing with the financial mess they got themselves into. What should have happened from here is that the trustee would need to be solely responsible for disposing Mexia's inventory. However, this never happened, due to a series of miscommunication errors. Those owners simply locked up the store. Fort Worth's health department removed the store from its list of active food establishments, and the electricity was shut off. With the power now gone, the refrigerators turned off, and the food would soon
And they just
spoil.
let everything start
While at the
rotting.
time, it wasn't known what was going on inside. The effects on the outside were still devastating. By mid-October 1999, nearby residents began complaining of the smell, as it was so foul that it would cause headaches to anyone who walked near the store.
Yeah, that'll happen!
A housekeeper who worked nearby said, "It is
It may as well
strong,
be a rotting
especially when
corpse
the
the
wind
size
is
of a
blowing.
building.
I told my husband several times that something smelled awful.
Have any idea how much
Something smelled like
meat
dead animals.
they
Then
store
one
in a
day,
place
I
like
walked
this?
over there, and there were
How much
flies all
perishable
over it.
food in
It was
general?
gross. Following
Fruits,
these complaints from
vegetables,
locals,
milk?
Fort Worth officials started an investigation. A company called A+ Budget Movers were hired to handle the situation, with them being told to start cleaning out the store on November 2nd. They declined to do so, as they felt this job was beyond their expertise. Yeah, that's how bad this was. Though apparently the smell wasn't bad enough for two teenage boys, who reportedly broke in on November 13th. They were found on the roof by police after stealing various non-food
Getting
items
killed by a
from
small
inside.
discount
Police
market.
caught them after a short foot chase, with their justification being that it was one of the boys' 18th birthday, and they wanted to do something unorthodox to celebrate. Neither had their names publicly revealed due to one of them being 14. It turns out though that this wasn't the only break-in, as police reports that were uncovered a year ago showed that a 55-year-old man was arrested as well. The man had been dumpster diving in the area and managed to find a large quantity of cigarettes, batteries, and a 12-pack of beers. He had 2 outstanding local traffic warrants justifying his arrest. There was a third break-in reported, though not much details are known besides the suspect escaping through a fire
Beer
exit.
goes bad, doesn't it? I've never even thought to ask.
Since the A+ budget
Beer
movers
totally
weren't able to
expires,
do the
right?
cleanup, Fort Worth's Department of Environmental Management
Yes?
had to do it
Okay.
themselves. 2 officials, Brian Borner and Jimmy McClurg, assessed the store, knowing that many precautions were needed to even enter the building now. I mean, the outside of it was swarming of rats and cockroaches, not to mention the repugnant smell that could be sensed from miles away.
All of
To
that'll
combat
happen.
this, barricades are put in place around the store, so that these pests couldn't invade the nearby community. This could have caused an outbreak due to how many diseases these creatures had. Pesticides are also sprayed around the building to ensure this. Workers who entered Mexi's supermarket wore
It
air
goes
filtering
flat,
masks,
but it doesn't
hazmat
spoil.
suits,
Huh.
and oxygen tanks, and had to be decontaminated before exiting the property. The workers came from Garner Environmental Services, entering the building on November 16th. They would have entered the day before, but they had to delay in order to test the air quality. Yeah, it was that bad.
Yeah,
It was
I can
even worse
imagine.
Inside. Rat shit caked the floors. There were so many flies that if you laid out your hand, you couldn't even see it. Numerous insect species were crawling around, while others were dead and decomposing. One of the workers of Garner Enterprises, Todd Johnson, said, "It was one of the worst smelling projects in my history. When rats die from the bacteria, you truly understand that it's a bad atmosphere and lethal for the workers." The fruits and vegetables inside were rotting. The milk
Goggle Eyes
containers had
origin
exploded
story.
due to the high amount of lactic acid and other gases. Packaged meat either seemed untouched or were covered in some sort of grayish-black goo. In an interview, Brian Borner said, "I've been in this business for 14 years. This is the first time I've ever heard of this. You think of what has been in there for 90 days. Produce, dairy, meats. It's kind of hard to comprehend." Much of this food is removed by hand, though shovels and front-end loaders had to be used for some of it. They'd be placed into hazardous material bags before being driven to the local landfill. Between the week of November 23rd to the 30th, cash registers, fixtures, and non-perishable food items were removed before the entire store was fumigated. Initially, it was reported that this cleanup cost around $10,000 to $15,000. though it was later reported on the site, Groshateria, that the Fort Worth City Council said it cost over 100 grand. This incident remained obscure until 2010.
That's from multiple
and
attempts?
brief bits of footage were aired on television. On January 26th,
This place or her niece's bedroom. You'd have to ask
History Channel
Beef.
show Life After People aired an episode called The Last Supper. It, of course, talks about what would happen to our food supply if humanity were to die out. It uses the Mexican supermarket cleanup as a case study into the topic. Not much footage is shown, though. Maybe only around a minute and a half's worth.
I just
This
assume
led to
Anissa's
many wondering
bedroom
what
smells
happened
like
to the rest of the
sawdust and
footage,
salami.
and why it isn't readily available online right now. There's rumors that some of the
Toddbot,
footage
rate
was
the
shown
smell
on
of
local
fresh
news reports
salami.
back in 1999, with one user on the site, Soulstrut, writing, "The images on the news is what gave me bad dreams. Windows blackened by millions of roaches, rats, and swarms. Also, what fucked me up was footage of people breaking in and stealing food even after all this time. Imagine walking through a place like that for some canned goods. The smell had to be apocalyptic. 2-month-old fish? 2-month-old carrots? Pork? Thousands upon thousands of rat droppings? I was obsessed with the story, hence why I dreamed about it, being in there." Friend of the channel Gubby covered this topic in August 2023, leading to Lost Media Wiki user Benjamin McHale doing his own investigation. He watched the credits of the Life After People episode, and noticed that the footage was provided by the Environmental Management Department of the City of Fort Worth. McHale got in contact with Anthony Williams, their current supervisor. He was unable to find any additional footage, though did say that the footage shown on TV was recorded by Jimmy McClurg. Sadly, McClurg has since passed away. He then contacted the Special Collections at North Texas University, who were able to confirm when
You
the
just
footage was
burn the
taken.
whole goddamn
They had the
place
footage,
down.
but could not provide a digital copy upon
Just
request.
light it, burn
They
it.
suggested contacting other North Texas archives for a copy, but McHale ended up contacting Brian Borner instead. Brian said that the film was recorded by a home VHS camera, but is now considerably deteriorated. This is why only brief bits of footage were shown on Life After People, as much of the footage is damaged. Borner says that the original copy must be missing.
Been a
In
while.
early 2024, McHale got in contact with Ron
Thousands of
Jenkins,
fleeing,
a
burning
photographer
rats
who had taken photos
running
during
out of
cleanup.
the store.
He pointed in the direction of the Southwest Collection at UTA, which is where these photos were held. Another Lost Media Wiki user named Nicolette Astor managed to find them. As of now, no additional footage has been located, though there's still hope. Someone out there must have it, but many of the leads are dead. The supermarket itself was eventually redone, with it now being a Dollar General. This incident seemingly
I
taught
wouldn't
the city of
trust it
Fort
still.
Worth a lesson: hold people accountable. The owners who fled to Laos
Lost
should have helped
Media
in
Deep
ensuring the
Dive,
store was cleaned
Obama's
up.
birth
The health
certificate.
department should have checked up on the location regularly.
And that's a hell of a
Food
deep
should not
hole
have
to
been
go down.
wasted. Jan Pruitt, the executive for the North Texas Food Bank, stated,
How many blood
"That made us
vessels would
all
you burst
sick.
walking in?
All that
Too
food
many.
wasted, and it could have been saved with just one phone call. It doesn't matter which food bank you call anybody. Different parties are playing the blame game, leading to the city having to shell out over 100 grand. Not only that, but an outbreak could have occurred, especially with all the different people attempting to break in. Maybe if there's any updates to the story, I'll let you know. Stay tuned for more Lost Media content eventually. I have a big one coming out in May. See ya.
Super cholera. Huh. Fascinating. Next! Alucard versus Dimitri. Castlevania versus Darkstalkers, DBS. This was back before they renamed the channel. Ebola Hunter! Good use of sprites. Hello, Kari.
What?
Yo, it's him!
Let's play.
Here we go!
I like what you're doing with the camera stuff here. The goddamn jewel. Dude, if that thing functioned like this, it might actually be useful. Dude, I never use the bat charge in Symphony for anything.
Come on, baby.
You're doing a lot of good stuff with the environment here. Oh yeah, you can do that. God, he's so fucking cool!
Go back when
I've never liked this thing that YouTube's put into videos ever since it showed up. Where it's just everything has to pop up on the screen at the end and there's no way to get rid of it. Good video, though. Quite nice. Quite well done. Next, Wang. Snorted jizz powder and more artifacts! Tales from the internet. This will be great. This will be fantastic.
September of 2012, a Redditor named Kraylon was hanging out at his cousin's neighbor's house. Kraylon had only known the neighbor, who he referred to by the pseudonym Rob, for about 2 weeks.
Who would
When
have
they're in
added
Rob's
this?
room,
I wonder!
Kraylon begins to notice a smell. In fact, the whole room kind of smelled like doo-doo. They're sitting around and Kraylon just can't take it anymore. He has to ask, "What's that smell?" Rob shamefully points over to a half-open drawer, where they discover it. The cum boxers. Goddamn, that buildup looks like
Mary
congealed pizza
Mother
cheese.
of God.
Kraylon shares the picture to Reddit, and people are
What
quick
the
to ask,
fuck is
"Why are
wrong with
touching
you?"
it?" So you gotta understand, it's not Kraylon touching it. It's Rob holding up his cum boxers like a trophy for all to see. All to be shared for that sweet Reddit karma. That right there is 7 years of hard work.
That's your kids
When
right
asked
there.
why he didn't just use a paper towel or something like a normal person, he said he thought that was too much work. Honestly, to me that sounds like a lie. I mean, isn't it just as much work to go over to the drawer and get your designated cum boxers as it is to just, get a tissue or something? And then you're just sitting there in that stench all day. It's not like he's blind to it either, because he's clearly aware enough that when someone asks, "What's that smell?" he knows exactly what they're talking about. This definitely wasn't laziness. He enjoyed that shit. Nevertheless, he thought that Kraylon and his cousin were overreacting. But in any case, he was proud of all the attention his cum boxers are getting now. And that's the story of the cum boxers. Yeah, for today's episode of Tales from the Internet, we're gonna look past the cum jar, the cum box, and be taking a look at some of the lesser known cum artifacts.
I don't like that it has its own designated category. I don't like it. I'm not a fan!
This video was sponsored by Scentbird. Lately, I've been getting into trying different fragrances. Seems like the ones I've really been enjoying have notes of vanilla and lavender. But you got a lot of different options out there. And at first, it could be pretty expensive to try and
I like a
figure
good
out what you
strawberry
like.
myself.
Scentbird has reimagined the experience of buying fragrances in a way that helps you discover your own personal style.
How many cum
They'll let you
artifacts?
choose a new design of fragrance to try each month for just $17.
Too many.
Every month you get to pick what you want to receive, and there's no surprises. They have perfumes and colognes and a lot of unisex options. With each fragrance, you'll get a 30-day supply so you can try out fragrances before committing to a full-size bottle, which that can be like $150, sometimes as much as $300. You can discover new fragrances by taking a sample quiz on Scentbird, and based on your preferences, previous purchases,
Can
and
you
quiz
escape
answers,
the
they'll help you find
masturbatory?
the fragrance you'll love. Make sure to use my coupon code
The Wii remote
WANG55
strap.
at
Don't
Scentbird.com
remind me!
for 55% off your order. It's just a little over $7 for your first month, and it's available in the USA and Canada. This month they sent me Michel Germain Sugarful, and just so you know, like they give you these little spray bottles that open up like this and it has your fragrance inside. Tommy Bahama Maritime. And English Laundry Charmer, which is probably my favorite out of these scents. And they also give you these cards that explain the fragrances so you understand what it is that you do or don't like about it. Once again, use code WANG55 at Scentbird.com. Thanks for sponsoring this video, Scentbird. Check out the links below. In Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, you have to resurrect Dracula by going around the world and collecting his various body parts.
This is
before putting
true,
them
yes.
Together. That's kind of what we're doing here today. We're
I
gonna
don't
take a
want you
look
to
at
do that.
various cum artifacts from around the internet. We're making Dracula out of cum. The song Zero by the Smashing Pumpkins begins with the line, "My reflection, dirty mirror, there's no connection to myself." When the owner of the National Wrestling Alliance, Billy Corgan, wrote these lyrics, he probably didn't consider the possibility of staring at yourself in the mirror while jerking off. An act which, if anything, has an uncomfortable level of connection to yourself. Enter a Redditor named White Licorice. White Licorice was a rapper who befriended another rapper in his local scene. Eventually, they would become roommates during college. It was a comfortable enough setup, although, not perfect. He's white. His dad is from Haiti, though. Maybe he's like an eighth black or something? Not sure. We tried to get him to stop saying the N-word, but he refuses. Relatively early in their arrangement, White Licorice would notice a stinking leading him to find out that his roommate had been coming in a box. Which he immediately told him.
It comes off just right.
Now I know what you're thinking, and a Redditor named Seaman Slayer had the same thought. Is it the Cumbox guy? I didn't know about the Cumbox guy. Based on the details of these stories, I think it was a different guy, and you'll find in this video that it's pretty common for people to enjoy the same artifacts. In any case, White Licorice thinks he's nipped the Cumbox problem in the bud, and the roommate comes to White Licorice and his other roommate with a big announcement. He eventually just told us one night, like, yo, I have this mirror in my room that I've been coming on all year.
Jesus Christ.
It was a big joke to him. And here's the mirror.
Fuck!
Reminds me of when Kevin Malone spilled his chili everywhere. How did he manage to hide this the whole time? You see, the mirror was placed on the back of the door to his room, which opened to the inside. So whenever they walked into his room, the mirror would be hidden just out of view. They're not quite sure why he did it. Licorice thought maybe it was just a joke, although as another user named Fiji Artesia noted. So for an entire year, he's jizzing on this mirror and thinking, man, this joke is going to be hilarious when my roommates find it in a year. White Licorice would then use all the attention his post was getting to promote his song, I Hate Some Cops. So I got a couple of desk artifacts over here, one of which is kinda lost media. But let's start with the first. In a thread on Ask Reddit, bosses of Reddit, what's the craziest thing an employee has done while at work? Did you fire him/her? Shit just got shitty weighs in. An employee constantly masturbated in his cubicle under his desk.
Fuck's sake!
The reason I say constantly is because when he was actually caught by a female employee and reported, another boss went to look at his cubicle. What he found was absolutely appalling. So the boss thinks, you know what? I'm gonna go look for the cum. Normally you'd probably just assume this guy who's jerking off at work would clean up after himself, if anything, to just not get caught. But I guess the boss had a hunch, so he's wearing his nice business suit, gets down on his knees to look for cum, and sure enough, he confirms his suspicions. Under his desk, there was cum everywhere. The guy always shot his gentleman's relish right under his desk so that it would hit the wood. He worked there for over 10 years. The dick spit was so thick after all the countless times of ejaculation, parts of it
What is wrong with you?
Growing mold. He covered the smell by always having some type of air freshener going. See, that's what all these other guys should have thought of. We should have taken the hint sooner. In the end, he was fired. Come desk number 2. Neroxella was splitting a dorm room in college. He posts to r/.
I'm so glad I never went to college anytime I hear anything about college.
Big, smiley, flat face with big eyes. He's not quite sure what it's supposed to be, but the consensus is, yeah, that's cum. And based on what I've seen in the course of doing this channel, I'm like 99% sure that's cum. But Neroxella isn't quite sure and adds a few details. I still have no idea what this is, but I will make a follow-up post. I really hope it isn't what you all think it is. I wasn't really in the room with him that much since I spent most of my time at my girlfriend's dorm, but all I know is that whenever I was there, he was playing LOL, yelling in Russian, and eating Chinese. The update soon comes with more images of the whole room and the surrounding area. Curiously, he notes that there was no smell, which clearly is a
air
point
purifier?
against
Is that what that is?
But maybe the guy just had a very clean diet or something. Although one person suggests it could have been chewing tobacco spit. Perhaps the most haunting suggestion was by Null Painter. Dude, I think I just figure out what's going on here. And I don't think OP is going to like it. Maybe someone else already has said this, but given the position of the stain, the spread and direction of the layers, and that he'd have a hell of a hard time sitting down and getting it to arc like that. Your roommate was standing up whenever he unloaded inside his desk, downward and inward into the drawer. His desk faces your bed.
Oh, God!
He may have been watching you sleep while he did this. Apparently, every night since he first moved in. Still, Neroxella was not convinced of what this actually was. And by now, the roommate was long gone. What do you guys think it is? I think it's cum. And now, Cumdesk the Third.
Jesus Christ, why are there so many of these?
Oil and gas engineer. That in his opinion was getting paid way too much for what they were actually doing, which as he recalls was mostly just hanging out in his office with his wife. He noted that his office, which was a bit far away from everyone else's, did have a bit of a smell to it, but he chalked that up to the fact that he ate a lot of Indian food. Then one day, this guy gets fired. They're cleaning out his office, and this is what they find underneath his desk. A bunch of high-impact splatters there. It all looks kind of recent though, so either this was a new habit or maybe this guy actually cleaned up after himself occasionally. And finally, cum desk the fourth, the lost cum desk. All that seems to remain of this one is a single post on r/Reddit's Museum of Filth. Guy comes on his work desk for years, which goes to a post on a now banned subreddit, Jack Off Confession. Unfortunately, this thread isn't archived, so we can only piece things together from people's reactions in the Museum of Filth thread, with a few saying that this picture almost made them throw up. We also have a piece of how the original poster explained the smell, reposted by Google Earthlings. Believe it or not, I wasn't the only eccentric person in the office. It very well may have smelled had it not been for three factors. My boss, the owner, had no sense of smell as he lost it all after suffering a concussion. He also had a nasty habit of smoking in the office and relentlessly burning sage. And the office already smelled of mold because of a water leak from the floor above our office. The leak nearly killed the server I built, not to mention the dodgy electrical work. He also mentioned something to the effect of he jerked off at work because he didn't have a dad or something like that. But that's about all I know about
Fuck's sake, man!
Rav Mysterin visits r/Make Me Suffer with a special treat. I have a feeling you guys are gonna like this. This is the difference between a normal gray sock and my 5-year-old cum plus tonsil.
Why would you do this to me?
You can see the comparison here with the cum sock having a classic burnt pizza crust look. And I realize some of you may be unaware of what a tonsil stone is. Tonsil stones, more scientifically called tonsilloliths, are these lumps of waste that form in your tonsils when you're sick. Some people get them all the time, some people never get them, but they always smell.
I'm so glad I've never had them.
So just imagine all the other artifacts in this video and magnify the smell by 100. As he described it, it smelled like a corpse's asshole, and he has to wash his hands several times after using it. Unless, he just uses gloves, which he did some of the time. He never really explained why he was shooting tonsil stones into the same sock he nutted into, but he did explain the general concept. My idea was that if I ever got a girlfriend, I've realized at this point that I probably won't, I will give this thing a Viking funeral with the boat and everything. It's basically my virginity horcrux.
You're fucking no!
Shirts are a pretty obvious one. I mean, they're always just kind of around. And sure enough, there's plenty of these. For example, you have this one user on 4chan who identified himself as Kara.
What is wrong?
Using a pair of shirts as cum rags for the past 3 years until one day he accidentally left them out and his mother found them. She demanded that he throw them out, which he did immediately. But then at night, he took them back in to take some pictures. I had to wait until nightfall to take them out of the trash can since the neighbors don't like it when I take stuff out of the trash can. Apparently it's a thing he does with some regularity. Even though he was sad to see them go, he said it was also kind of a good thing since he had been thinking about trying a nofap. I guess he felt like he needed the shirts to get started. There's a few other of these that turn up from time to time, like this one attributed to someone named Heil KC that kind of looks like it's forming scabs. But probably the greatest cum shirt story comes from Finland. In February of 2015, a user on Finnish image board, Ilata, posted a shirt that he had allegedly used for 8 to 9 years for what he had estimated to be about 4,500 loads. Other posters had ideas for what he could do with it, like cutting a piece of the shirt off and making tea out of it. Ultimately, what he would wind up doing is scraping some of it off and snorting a line of it. I feel like I can convince esoteric health Twitter that scraping off your own dry cum, making it a powder and snorting it could give you some kind of alpha male powers. Of course, the Finnish poster didn't describe any of that effect. He just said it burned his nose and tasted like snot. And those are today's cum artifacts. There's definitely a lot more where that came from, so stay tuned for more of these. And if you like this video, check out my interview with the original cum jar guy. I'm out.
Suffering! Fuck is wrong with you people? God! Chat, I need to piss. I'll be right back. Don't leave! I'm back. Jesus. God. Christ. Hello. Mary, Mother of God. Okay, on to the next one. Let's pretend all of that didn't happen. From Red Halo Gaming, Alex Jones AI rant. Fake.
Listen to me, because I'm only going to say this once. Are you listening? Because I don't think that you're listening to me or a damn word I am saying. I really think that we need to stop drinking water. I do. I really do. Because the government places listening devices in all of your drinking water. I know,
yes,
I know it
that's
sounds
true.
crazy, right? But listen to this. Yeah, I stopped drinking water about a month ago, and let me tell you, I went through withdrawal the first 5 days, and now I feel so fucking great. I get dizzy every once in a while, but other than that, I think I cracked the code. I can now sleep better knowing that the government is no longer spying on me. And if I'm being honest, which I am, I could eat you if I had to. I really could. But anyway.
He's just like me. Huh. Next. Horror short film, Teeth, Alter, from Alter. I'm sure this will be fine. The Creature Hub laser tags CT snapshots.
The hell is it?
There was a funny ass moment, I swear, with Jordan. and so I caught up with him, and we were just kind of like tagging each other back and forth or whatever. And he was just like, you know, stop shooting me or whatever. And like I kept running after him. I was like, come on. I was like, let's do some tack inserts and like, you know, put it down and just keep shooting the shit out of each other. And when we
gonna get that tiger.
He ran up and he goes around this corner. And there were two black guys that were there, and they were camping pretty hard.
The guys that reached up the substances.
Jordan walks up. He stops dead in his tracks, and I'm watching him like from a distance. It's like seeing a fucking bat out of hell. He was like, just like going to the corner with the two black guys that are there.
They were doing call outs. They're like, oh, there's one over there. Watch your back. When I came around the corner, he's like, watch your back, buddy. He's coming around. And he got up and he started shooting me, and I was like, oh, come on.
He just goes up. I don't even know if he shot. I don't even know if he shot at them. I actually ran into them before he got scared shitless to him, and it wasn't racist. the ghetto people that you called them.
They're ghetto.
I ran into them, and I said, like, I seen both of them. And I said out loud, I was thinking in my head, but it was one of those things where I accidentally say it out loud, like instead of actually thinking it. I was like, oh shit, I don't want to get jumped here. And I went the other way.
Prophetic. All right, I'm gonna get more. I'll get more. I'm retrieving more of these things. These wonders of thingies that you call entertainment. More and more and more and more. There will always be more somewhere or another. It's just a matter of locating. That'll do. And that'll do. And that'll do. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hey. Have to give everything its time in the sun so it calms down. Entirely different things, huh? Grab one of them. It'll be fine. Throw that one there. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I'll take that. That's a good one. That's a pretty okay one, is what that is. Yeah, sure. This one can go in. God, mouse. Agree with what I'm telling you. Sometimes it just refuses to go down. Not sure why. Am I holding it at a weird angle? I must be. I need more of this. Of whatever in God's name. Yeah, sure, I may as well throw one of those on there. Yeah, that'll be fine. Then let's grab one of them. That'll be okay. And grab that. That'll be fine. Okay. I think that's fine for now. Back to it. From Sir Skyscraper. WWF Sky Ads Compilation Volume 3, 1990 to 1996. Oh, right. I forgot. Completely forgot. Unmute.
There'll be royalty, but not loyalty, as old alliances are shattered and new ones are formed, all in the quest for victory. Friend versus friend, foe versus foe.
Why was there such a large gap
The Royal Rumble.
between, like, trying to appeal to the Brit crowd for wrestling, between, like, the golden era and the modern era?
If you look like these men, or you're just a WrestleManiac on the loose in London,
I can't hear a goddamn thing you're saying.
on Sunday for a night of WrestleMania.
I hear a loud buzzing of, like, deteriorated audio quality from this tape.
Watch WrestleMania 6 live on the big screen. Dress as your favorite American wrestler and with a fabulous prize. Experience the ultimate challenge of the Camden Palace this Sunday at 6. Tickets available on the door. Dudes.
Uh-huh.
Nastiest wrestling warriors will still be ripping into one another every week on Eurosport, but in
Ted DiBiase, known for being ugly.
Don't miss the marvelous spectacle as these glorious gladiators of the World Wrestling
Tried to appeal to Europe in
Federation
1997 by signing Brockus, who was meant to be the German Hulk Hogan. How'd that work out?
I'm Erwin R. Shyster, also known as IRS from the World
Bray Wyatt's
Wrestling
dad.
Federation. Watch for SummerSlam coming on August 27th, only on Sky Movies Plus.
Coming soon to Sky Movies Plus. Elizabeth, will you marry me? Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth tie the knot in a match made in heaven.
You know, sometimes I think there's, like, a goddamn shame wrestling never has a proper ending for anything. Because it's like Miss Elizabeth getting back with Savage after his heel turn was like a perfect ending for that character.
In Maryland, USA, in our
And then life just goes on and that didn't work out.
All you have to do is dial this number and answer a simple question. If you're the lucky winner at
Debut feud with Triple H was canceled because he was terrible in the ring. He made an TV debut against Jeff Jarrett a year later.
At the Deluxe Hotel. 7 days car hire, plus the hot tickets for the scorching SummerSlam.
You remember that brief period of time Triple H was doing a French accent?
The phone and dial now.
You remember?
Wembley Stadium, the home of top sporting events. Monday at 4 on Sky Sports. For the first time in the history of the World Wrestling Federation, one of the biggest events will
going
take
back to Wembley next year, aren't they?
It's the greatest. It's the
They are,
hottest.
right?
It's SummerSlam. See your favorite superstars, including the British Bulldog, Bret the Hitman Hart, and many more.
I don't. When was that?
SummerSlam, Monday afternoon at 4 on
What
Sky
year
Sports,
was that? Was
in
that like it was
association
before
with the video
DX?
board game Atmosphere.
That might have been like 96, maybe. Because he got on camera and said, "My name's not Triple H, my name is Jean-Paul Levesque." Awesome. And similar nonsense. George the Clown's dead, right?
In association with Atmosphere. The World Wrestling Federation's Action Zone, every Sunday at 5 on Sky One.
Yes?
God rest ye mighty wrestlers and all those who might slay. Watch out for
Christmas mania. It's live on Boxing Day with Psycho.
I'm gonna try my damnedest to work on as much as the wrestling episode tomorrow as I can. Chat, the first episode of MCW I did in October of last year, right? And it's like the second week of August now. So I'm gonna try my goddamn damnedest to finish this episode and have another one lined up in time for the 1-year anniversary. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my absolute best to do that. Original Doinkman dead for decades. Replaced hard, huh? Kentucky Ballistics, how hard can a gun punch?
Come on. I can do better than that. Absolutely pathetic.
What's the average you can do on one of those? What's like adult male average on that?
I will destroy your score.
250, 300 something?
Okay. Go ahead, let's see it then. All right. Watch and learn.
Charging super.
I'll see you later. I'm off to karate. I'm gonna pick up some Pokemon cards.
Man is living the dream. Wow, already? Jesus Christ, YouTube.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics.
16 minutes to shoot a target.
Punching machine. And
Yeah.
anytime I see one of these things, I cannot help but punch it. But the last time I hit one of these, it really got me thinking, how hard does a bullet punch? In the movies, people get hit and they go flying through 3 layers of drywall. Is that true? How much punch does a bullet actually have? Well, today, we're gonna find out. So obviously the punching bag that comes on this machine is not suitable for catching bullets. This is full of air and a round would zip right through it. So we had to make some modifications. Now we are equipped with an angle iron frame that holds
Gunko Pops is a hell of a term for that.
3A Premier Body Armor software. The only problem with this frame and this body armor is it's quite a bit heavier than the original punching bag. So we had to create a counterweight system inside this machine so that the resistance is as close as it was to the original. So I'm going to take some extra precautions just in case so we don't damage the machine in between shots. So this is 6 foot by 3 foot, and it's 1/8 of an inch thick of mild steel. This is going to cover up the computer and brains of this machine. That way, if we shoot this body armor and it does not catch it, it's going to hit this steel and we can continue on with the video. Now, you can't see the numbers, but I have taped a GoPro to the back of this steel so you will still be able to see what kind of numbers we're producing when we shoot this body armor.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll go well.
So I don't expect this first round to do much, but for the sake of science, we're going to do it anyway. So we're going to start out with 22 long rifle. This is a Smith & Wesson Victory, and I'm loaded up with a 40 grain 22 long rifle. Okay, I'm very excited. Here we go. Nothing.
That is how that works, yes.
So we hit right here. The body armor caught the round, but did not have much energy to push this thing. And we have no numbers on the board. I'm not really surprised. Also, I just realized that this is backwards. This is actually supposed to be the other way, so I'm going to flip this frame real quick. So up next,
GoPro mostly worn by cyclists and
caliber in the United States, and that is 9mm. I have a Glock
So true.
COA, and I'll be loaded up with some 9mm 124 grain Hydra Shot. Let's see if this moves it. I'm very curious. Here we go. It moved it.
Point the implement and pull the trigger. They really like padding these things out, huh?
We have a good hit. Oh, the round is right there. It is stuck in it. And as you can see, it just barely moved this thing, which is rather interesting.
Shooting those ballistic dummies from Deadliest Warrior, and this gets added to Slop Thread instead.
All right, so up next, we're going to step it up to 45 ACP. This is a
I'm surprised none of you have posted Deadliest Warrior.
Up with some 45
I really am. I figured that'd be something you did.
Hollow points, and these are plus P.
You remember that bit where the guy just goes manic and just starts stabbing the bejesus out of the, like, gelatin thing?
Oh, we got it to move! Wow! Starting to feel pretty good about this video right now. This is actually catching the bullets, and as you can see, that mushroomed all out on this thing. And we have a score of 1. I'm actually going to go ahead and just kind of
singular
pull these out of here. That way I don't shoot them with other rounds. 9 mil did nothing. 45 ACP had a score of 1, but it did lift our body armor punching bag. So next, we're going to try 357 Magnum and see how that does.
The most powerful handgun in the world.
686 with a 6.5-inch barrel, and I'm loaded up with some 125 grain 357 Magnum. Okay, here we go.
Power levelers have lost all right to complain because of posting power level cringe. Okay, shipper, daughter, lover.
We caught that, no problem. Where did we hit?
It'll blow your head clean off.
About the same spot as the 45. I can feel the bullet right there. And again, we have a score of 1. So the next caliber we're going to use is 10 millimeter. This is a Nighthawk custom 10 mil, and I'm going to be loaded up with some Underwood ammo, 200 grain 10 mil jacketed hollow points. Okay, here we go. Dang, that moved it quite a bit.
I don't think the slow-mo is necessary. I'll be honest.
So I definitely
feel like I get the gist.
Take something pretty big to actually give us some numbers on this machine. So I'm very excited.
I think the score system is working the way he intended.
Which is 44 Magnum. This is a Taurus Raging Hunter chambered in 44 Magnum with an 8-inch barrel, and I'll be using some 300 grain jacketed hollow points. Okay, here we go.
Arissa, wow.
I actually knocked it all the way up there that time.
You're having a good day.
I cannot believe that worked, but I bet we still don't have a score. Now we have a score of 1, but it still was delivering enough punch to actually lift that all the way up, which is pretty awesome.
Pretty easy day. It's always good, isn't it?
Okay.
Buy myself a coffee I like that tastes good.
We hit
Forget
somewhere in
how
here.
bad caffeine
No, we
makes
hit
me
right
feel.
there. That hole right
Oh no,
there.
she's getting the
Body armor's
jitters.
still holding up good. Our frame. Oh, looks like
The creature.
we may have broken a bolt. Yep. I hope this can hold up
Feel-
the rest of this video.
Yeah, coffee will do
What we're
that.
learning so far from this video is that handguns do not have the knockdown power that they have in movies. But before we
Thinking
move
that
on
Twisted
from
Metal looks
handguns,
like
we're
Twisted
gonna shoot
Metal.
with the biggest production handgun in the world, the 500 Magnum. This is a Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum with an 8 3/8-inch barrel.
It's a
and I'll be
goddamn
using
hand
some
cannon.
350 grain hollow points. I hope this frame holds up to this because I have several other
I'll
guns
never
I wanna
let that
use.
down. No, of
Okay.
course not.
Let's see if we can actually get a score.
Never
Here we
once.
go. Oh! Oh!
It's hilarious is what it is.
Did we get a number? We did! 27. We actually got a reading. I am so pumped right now because I thought that we would not get a reading from anything, but when it comes to
The hand cannon will do it.
The 500 Magnum seems to be putting out the most power. So let's check out our frame. We were missing a bolt here, but we repaired it.
All we need is a model to
Now
make
we
the
are
meme
missing a
quote
bolt
picture.
Here. So this thing is
I can do
really
it at some point.
starting to take a beating.
I still need to finish the V-Roid model for our new design.
I hope that it holds up for the rest of the video, because I have a few more guns I want to hit it with. Are you enjoying this video? Well, if you are, you better hit that subscribe button, or I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna use you as a punching machine. So we were finally able to get a reading when we
You're gonna use me to punch things?
So now we're gonna see what happens
Huh.
when we step it up to a 12 gauge shotgun. This is a Remington 887.
What score would the touch
and
of
I'll be
God
loaded
gun
up
get?
with a 2 3/4 inch.
It's an
1-ounce
excellent
slug.
question. Too high.
Here we go.
I feel threatened. Time to sue.
Oh, oh, oh.
You know not the power that I wield. I'm an artist and I can draw you pregnant anytime I feel like.
What number did we get? 39. Oh man, I can't believe our frame is still holding up. Jeez, it is.
How much more punch do
sucking this frame
slugs
in.
have over
This
buckshot
angle
anyway?
Iron is just getting bent. I can't believe that the Kevlar.
He's a yapper.
isn't
Oh, yeah.
Pulling away
I'll
from
bet.
these bolts and ripping. But the Kevlar is holding up better than the metal. I think we have had to replace quite a bit of screws in between filming.
It's like you get buckshot because it's way easier to hit things.
But it's still holding up. Still looking good. So the 12 gauge slug is our winner at this point, but
Yeah.
now we're going to step it up to some rifles. But because we are using soft armor, I don't want to use anything moving too fast because it will cut through it like butter. So the
Create
rifle
an
we're gonna
AI
use up
Laura
next
model of your
is a
entire style and generate it
4570, and I'll
myself.
be using a 4570.
Technology is
405
powerful.
grain jacketed soft point. Here we go.
The AI stuff has been really useful for trying to learn stuff.
Holds up.
Been very good at learning the artist hand.
Oh. I think we may have broken a bolt or two. I gave a score of 1. So it did not carry it up there very well. We broke this middle bolt. And
Dude,
one
isn't
right
like
here.
body armor
So
stuff like
we
this
need
like
to
absurdly
probably
expensive?
Repair this thing real quick. So up next, I was going to use 458 SOCOM, but our frame is really starting to take a beating, and I want to have enough left for our grand finale. So we're going to skip that and go ahead and step it up to
Welcome
our
to Gun
last
YouTube.
gun,
Jesus
which is going
Christ.
to be 4-bore. This is my Christian Firearms falling block single shot 4-bore. It has a 1-inch diameter barrel. It weighs over 20 pounds and produces over 200 pounds of felt recoil. And it shoots this giant round that is 1
Dude, that's a
inch in
fucking
diameter,
elephant
and
gun.
This weighs 2,150 grains and
Gun
produces
cult.
over 10,000 foot-pounds of
Diabolical
muzzle
term.
range. So I'm very curious to see if the frame will even hold up, and if it does, what is our score going to be? Whew. I would not want to be that punching machine. Oh,
I think his shirt is too tight. He's one of those people that wears a size too small. It sickens me. Yeah, I'll do it. If I want to be a gun tuber, I can only use Nerf guns. No license for that phone.
Woo! Like a tuning fork.
Dude, you disintegrate a motherfucker with that thing.
Shall we? 521. So we actually got
Nerf tube is infinitely more dignified than gum tube. Is Nerf tube a real thing?
Knockdown power.
Are there Nerf tubers out there?
In the movies, but if you were going to get close to it, you're going to need something
Yes?
like the 4-bore. Now, as for our machine, let's see if it still works.
Add something.
Oh. Okay. Well, this part's still all right. The frame is not okay. You can see we just completely blew the back out, and down here on the ground is all of our armor. The question is, where's the round? Oh, there it is. It's right here on the ground, and I bet you, yeah, that is stinking hot. Man, I wish I had some pliers. Oh, how about that? There we go. Look at that. Big old hunk of lead. Let's move this. Okay. Now let's see if
Actually see the goddamn number now.
Oh. Hey! It still works. Well,
Funnily enough.
That means maybe we can have a part 2 to this video. I say next time we equip this thing with a plate holder that will hold ceramic plates, and that way we can hit it with something that's moving faster, like 223, 308, things of that nature. The soft armor was definitely not going to hold up to those speeds, but we were able to get some pretty good numbers today, and we proved our concept. It actually works, and 4-bore at the moment is the champion, you know, other than these hands. All right. That is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Would you like to see a part 2? And what guns would you like to see used in a part 2? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, be sure and give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to check me out on all other social media platforms. Links to those
punch machines at Anime Expo went to like 48.
.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much.
You're made
for
of
watching
Play-Doh.
Kentucky Ballistics. I'll see you next time.
Wrong thing. Well, isn't that mystical in nature? Alright. 1 minute melee Akuma versus Kinpachi's Zaraki Street Fighter versus Bleach. This was back when they were still working for Screw Attack. I haven't seen these ones in a long while.
1 minute melee, where all the fights are settled in 60 seconds. 2 fighters, no research. 60 seconds. Melee! Go!
What better way to spend one's day?
This was like season 1, too.
You're in the way. Move! Come at me now. I'm gonna kill you and end it quickly.
60-minute melee.
Match to remember. Fight!
I remember being blown away back in the day about how you did 3D effects with your sprites and the camera work.
Is that really all you have? I'm disappointed.
Like, even out of the gate with season 1, they weren't bad. Sister, hello.
You're good.
Oh, the stupid one. I think he does that same thing in the Akuma, in the Azura's Wrath DLC. Ah. I miss this series a lot. I miss it.
Make sure to like this episode and share it with other Melee fans.
Next! Oni versus Kinpachi. This was still when they were on the Screw Attack channel. 3-parter.
2 fighters, no research. 60 seconds. 1 minute melee.
hyperallergenic eyeliners, and even those don't work for my tier line. So I guess I'm only allergic to makeup in that spot. Weird. You have bizarre physiology, you know that? It only snowed once the entire winter. It should have snowed more. How did you get here before me?
You prepared to die. Against you, I think I can fight with no restraints at all!
Oh yeah, this was back before there was an actual sprite for Oni. Then he grabs the super and throws it back. It's so fucking good.
Is that it? Good reaction. I'm gonna end it now.
Oh, the moon splitter. This is super in alpha, I think, right? Likes to whine, huh? He's Argentinian. What else is he supposed to do? The 45 minutes of Bad Electrician. A lot of things are. I remember really liking this girl back when I saw Bleach. That was a long goddamn time ago.
This melee's winner is Oni.
Alright, third part. When they finally got off of the goddamn Screw Attack channel. Strangely enough, the budget got better after they left Screw Attack. I guess payment issues got solved finally. Just pretend that was that. Now that they have the actual sprite. A stupid thing that I recently say that I would draw a chibi Slenderman? That sounds about right.
Just need to keep going.
You hear aliens are coming, apparently? Yeah, I saw. It's really convenient that they announce things about aliens every time something controversial happens.
7 times by now.
All the
Very convenient.
look the same.
Yeah, but do all the trees around here look green to you?
Green. You're green with it.
He's so fucking cool. Trying to search for intelligent life in the comments were like, they ain't gonna find it here. So true.
Kenpachi.
Mankind. We've got some unfinished business.
You know, I always thought that weird forest in Naruto was a good location for a lot of things. Just like 700-foot tall trees abound. Underrated. A good raging demon will end anything. I don't think I've seen the raging demon animation they put in Street Fighter 6 either. Should look that up at some point. Sleepy time. One-handed raging demon.
Huh. Well, thanks to them, we can finally leave this forest.
What's the holdup?
What happened to the opening in the trees?
How is this possible?
There you guys are.
Can't believe Death Battle said he would lose to Shao Kahn. 1v1's Galactus. Not good enough, apparently.
This melee's winner is Oni.
He's tired. I miss Azura's Wrath.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the show.
Yes! S President's cosplay by Meti.
The Homestuck shipping panel's about to start, and we need to... Why is the room covered in gray body paint?
Look, I was putting on my cosplay and it just kind of happened, but...
You didn't seal your body paint, did you?
Seal my body paint? What are you talking about? I'm not a seal. I'm Carcat Vantus. I'm Carcalicious.
Holy Jegus, Joe, you are not Carcalicious. You're going to get us kicked out of the convention center.
You know as well as I do that Carcalicious isn't about body paint. It's about making Terezi loco. It's the definition of the damn word.
Look, you're...
Isn't this a real thing?
Go to the bathroom and wash it all off. You're going as human...
Like, I always remember hearing stories about, like, Homestuck cosplayers getting kicked out of conventions. Something to do with the body paint.
Forever. Besides, why should I listen to cosplay advice from some fuck-ass who's going as his crappy fan troll?
Joe, I'm Solix. He's in the comic.
Never heard of him.
Did you even read Homestuck?
Come on, nobody has time for that. I just...
So true!
Octopimp like everyone else.
Joe, I know we're supposed to be Moy Rails, but you're getting me...
They did indeed soak in Sharpie paint.
Oh my God,
Christ.
Trump, why do you smell like that?
You guys are never going to guess how I got my skin this gray. Way cleaner than Messy Joe over here. You'll never guess it. I'm a genius, a real genius.
Did you just take a bath in a
I
tub
took
full
a bath
of Sharpie?
in a tub full of Sharpie ink. Told you you'd never guess it.
Just how high do you even have to be just to do something like that?
Damn it, Trump, you're going to get skin poisoning from that. Now we're going to have to miss the shipping panel so we can get you to a hospital. And I can't tell everyone about my John Dave fanfic.
You're just jealous you didn't come up with it first. And I did it all for Vriska, my waifu.
Homestuck fans had a spit bucket.
Vriska is not the best character. In fact, she sucks fat tentables.
What?
Vriska does not suck. Vriska did nothing wrong. Tavros and all those kids she killed, they had it coming. It's just the truth. We all know it.
Great. Now I'm going to be sick too, between all these fumes and the worst takes I've ever heard. I'm going to go find a bucket I can hurl in.
Haha, you said bucket.
Oh, God. They pass around a spit bucket at cons? Why? Next, from the Fritz423, killed the coyotes that killed my cat.
This is not a typical cat video. If you're squeamish or skittish or don't want to be upset, get out now. Howdy.
I'm sure this will be delightful to view.
This is Marky Mark. We call him that because he was the lone survivor. The rest of his litter got eaten by coyotes. I'm not a cat person, but you know what? After a while, Marky Mark started to grow on me.
There are coyotes in this area. I said it earlier. Why'd you ask if I eat plastic bags in chat? I don't know. Why are you eating plastic bags? You're supposed to stop at the chips. Coyote annihilation. Little bastards.
Not long ago, I saw buzzards gathering in one of the pastures. It's never a good sign. Something's dead. I figured it was one of my cows.
Weird high-pitched voice that sounds awful.
Anybody who raises livestock is going to make this drive sooner or later. You go out in the pasture to see which one of your animals is down. Well, I brought the camera along. I figured, hey, I'll make a video about the less glamorous side of raising cattle.
Chew on plastic from time to time. They'll do that.
Yep, that's Marky Mark. That's my
Yeah, that's a dead cat.
Doggone it. Well, that night I broke out the thermal scope, and sure enough, here comes two coyotes to finish their meal. We've been seeing a lot of coyotes around, and they were coming right up to the fence during the daytime. My wife had to shoo off a coyote at least on 2 separate occasions in the last couple weeks, and we were concerned.
Sons of bitches. Did you react to anything I posted? I don't know. What did you post that I watched?
Killed your cat. Could have been a lightning strike. Well, if you live out here, you actually see it. Coyotes are predators, and they eat small animals.
A lot, yeah.
My only regret is that I didn't do this earlier. My neighbors understand. They pitched in to help out.
Now that's community.
We weren't able to call up any coyotes during the day, probably because they've become educated. Everybody around here has the same problem we do.
There you go.
Sooner or later, they try calling up some coyotes to thin out the population, and the coyotes just get wise. So here we're citing
GTA 4 beta stuff, Mexia, and Tony Soprano's Underground. Yes, all three.
Night without calls.
All three of those, yes.
Right around that time, we had a cold front come through. It was 30 degrees during the day and 20 at night for about a week, and I know all you Yankees are laughing at
It sounds very comfortable,
That's pretty
actually.
cold for this part of Texas.
I could go for that.
Well, she might pull a tractor over, I don't know. And right in the middle of this cold snap, we discovered one of my cows had gotten stuck in the mud next to a pond. And she could have been there for up to 24 hours, I don't know. She was pretty far gone by the time we found her. The temperature right here was
Stealth dropping a slop react while I'm deep gaming coma.
too far gone. By the morning, she was dead.
Thief, I posted that the stream was gonna be 4 hours before the stream started.
They say when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Well, when life gave us a dead cow, we made coyote bait. We've used this technique before. Usually,
This is the normal time for Saturday, also.
So I'm dragging this away from the house now. We're going to set up on this at night with a thermal scope, and hopefully some coyotes will come in. Just be sure to put it upwind of the house. That thing's glowing in the thermal scope here because it's getting mighty ripe. That's a bunny rabbit in the garden.
Here they come.
You're going to have to take my word for it. That's a coyote. Actually, you don't. Sorry about the annoying scratching sound. The rifle.
It's just bound to happen. How many dead cryptids? Not enough!
This is a different night.
If you can get the son of a bitch right between the eyes, you do it.
There's 2 of them. Alright, I'm gonna take a shot.
One down.
You little fucker.
We thinned out their population a little bit before we were done. Don't bring the cat back, of course.
Okay. Cat killing motherfucker.
Bleep.
Seen its last days.
Goodbye, Marky Mark. Good kitty.
Vengeance. I like the idea of exacting vengeance on an animal. Make them into a hat. It's what he would have wanted. LA Beast drinks a gallon of Tabasco sauce. Vomit alert. Skippy 62 Abel. Ugh. Chat. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, I need to piss. Don't leave! Chat, the dog needs to go out, so just give me a minute more. I'm back. Hello, chat. It's me, Dad. All right, where were we? Look forward to seeing a man throw up. I'm not big on Tabasco, I'll be honest. Chipotle sauce I use. I had Chipotle on the thing earlier.
Today,
Ghost pepper sauce I'll put on like a burger when I make one.
I might actually have to go to the hospital after this one. It's been brought
Lower
to
the
my
volume on that
attention
BRB
many
screen.
different occasions to try Tabasco
Why?
hot sauce challenge.
Do you have
So what
sensitive
I
baby
did,
ears?
Only reasonable thing that I could think of.
Are your ears sensitive and
I went
infant-like?
online and for $71,
Huh.
bought a lifetime supply of Tabasco sauce. Now what we have here is 1 gallon of the habanero flavored Tabasco sauce, It has 7,000 Scoville heat units. That's mere chump change to the LABs because I've eaten all the hottest beverage in the world. I can handle my spice. Oh yeah, and since Tabasco was kind enough to throw in a free complimentary gift card, I decided to write myself a thoughtful little note saying, enjoy sitting on the toilet for the next 10 hours straight. Sincerely, me. Thank you, me. So without further ado, let's give this a nice little shake.
Really? He's gonna chug the whole thing. He's gonna drink that whole thing. Apparently.
Real deal. Nice little shake.
Kind of his thing.
Man. Once I crack this green seal, there's no turning back. I'm gonna drink the entire
The Staten Island
gallon.
video, I can't believe New York is naming a park.
Here we go.
Fresh
I don't know where
kills.
to begin.
It's like they know.
Doesn't want to come off. Okay. Wow. Whoa, you can smell the vinegar. Oh, it's got a...
Someone that put Tabasco in their eye, I have no idea why he did that. $20?
Good.
Huh.
Woo! I am the LA Beast, and this...
That one
is the
Park
habanero
Puncher's
flavored
family died in
gallon
part.
Tabasco challenge. Have a good day. Wow. I just slipped my hand, it's already bad.
What pairs well with Tabasco? Or I guess what does Tabasco pair well with?
Whoa! Whoa!
Like I've only had it a couple times.
Oh, it's got a kick to it.
Pizza?
Asshole.
Wings?
Oh, my lips are on fire.
Why would Puncher take his family there? Is he
Man, this is gonna be harder than I thought. Okay, mind over matter. Mind over matter.
I like it in
Well done.
eggs. Huh.
YOLO.
This is not something I would ever agree to do for anything less than 4 digits. He bought a tattoo pen off eBay and gave himself a shitty Illuminati triangle tattoo on his ankle.
Okay.
Sometimes I do drink hot sauce straight. I do when they give me money.
I get my composure.
Worst hiccups. Yeah.
Oh, that is hot. That is hot. This might be worse than the chocolate. Oh, the vinegar is so bad. Okay.
I like the inspirational music you paired with this. Really gets the mood just right.
Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not even close.
Pace yourself, for God's sake!
Stop. Okay.
Like the taste and the heat doesn't bother me, but it does cause an intense physical reaction. I usually don't like the taste of most spice stuff. The spice itself, I like.
Thank you, Tabasco.
Like, if you let me, I'll eat a bag of Flamin' Hot Doritos, no problem, in like 5 minutes. I love that shit.
Must go.
And I put ghost pepper sauce on, like, burgers. So what I usually do is I just mix the ghost pepper sauce with ketchup. And it's like, oh good, now I have the heat, but I have the taste of something I like. Blood acid levels rising. He's gonna be a xenomorph by the end.
Okay.
He definitely throws up in this video, right? Yeah, assuredly.
I'm not quitting.
Yeah.
Must go on.
Must go on. Just do the robot a little bit, you'll be fine. It'll be alright.
words to say.
Why does the label look like that? Is it expired too?
Mind over matter. Please. Feels like my stomach.
The whole thing.
Furnace right now.
Ah.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up all
The
over
beast
place.
is yelling.
I don't know if I can
The
finish.
beast is screaming.
I don't know if I can finish.
Ah. It doesn't like it.
I have to burp.
It disagrees with the very nature. Shotgun that bottle of soy sauce and immediately rocked it back up.
Must go on.
If LA Beast was a gun tuber, he would do a 20-minute introduction explaining what Tabasco is. Yeah, probably.
I'm not giving up.
Is the dog watching with you? No, it's over there.
Okay.
Huh.
I almost just threw up right there. So close. I got 2 more sips. I almost just threw up right there.
I don't think she's gonna come down this way.
Okay. I need to get my bearings straight.
2 powerful lessons. One on the way down, and then again on the way back up.
I need to get my bearings straight. Okay.
Would it make it better or worse if you ate like an entire loaf of bread before this?
That's it. I can't take it anymore.
Considerably worse?
I don't know if I want to puke. I can't take it anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't f***ing do it. I can't f***ing do it.
You're still gonna throw up too, that's the worst part.
I'm the LA Beast.
Someone doing a soy sauce bread bowl where he had an entire bottle of soy sauce and ended with him getting his stomach pumped. Would essentially bloat up with the stuff even faster. Christ.
Okay, toss me bucket.
You had a lot of restraint to hold that in until the moment you had the bucket, I'll be honest. Chat, when was the last time you threw up?
Okay, this is the worst I can.
I think it's been like 2 years for me? Something like that? Last night, actually? Yeah, that sounds about right for you.
That's the worst idea I've ever done in my life.
Last year on the bus. Jesus, that's a bad one.
Hey, are you hot or not? Because right now, I'm a little bit of both. And I quickly want to let you know about
Got
this new
violently
dating
sick
app
last year.
I've been using the past couple of weeks. Called Hot or Not. It's pretty simple. You just create a profile.
1
using
decade
your
I am
Facebook
constructed of
pictures. Say you're
zero.
looking for a woman. Start looking through the pictures. If you like what you see,
I don't remember exactly what caused me to throw up last time.
And you just keep scrolling.
I don't think it was the last time I had the
If you
Rona.
like somebody and they like you
Or the
back,
time before
you
that.
Start talking to each other.
Or the
And
time
this is
before
the
that.
Genius part. You're
I probably had, like, the
actually
flu or
doing
something.
all the legwork before you go to the bar. And say if you have a little too much to drink, doesn't matter because you've already done the legwork. So please check out this new app, Hot or Not. Link is in the description. You can click right here, right there, right there.
LA Beast
Check it out.
Tinder
Tell
ad.
LA Beast sent you. Ingenious plan to get the ladies. Have a good day.
Todd Bot, rate Tinder in the big 2025. Adventures of Sly, Leslie Nielsen in GTA 5. Everyone bought me drinks. Everyone?
Starring Leslie Nielsen.
Blowing away a fleeing suspect with my 44 Magnum used to be everything.
The last time I had liquor was like 4 days ago. Maybe 5 days ago? I mixed a bit of the strawberry cream tequila into like a milkshake I made.
Funny how you miss the little things.
Might be good to feel that cold, hard steel pressed against my thigh once again. The thrill of the chase. To be a man.
It can take a cop's word.
It's my boy!
That's true.
Is this some kind of bust?
Well, it's very impressive, yes, but we need to ask you a few questions.
This is like top 10 bits from these movies.
We're working perfect yesterday.
Who else is almost dead? Look at that, the missing evidence in the Kellner case. My God, he was innocent.
You mean he shot himself in the chest, then fell to the floor, then did it again?
Boy finds girl, boy loses girl, girl finds boy. Boy forgets girl, boy remembers girl. And girl dies in a tragic blimp accident over the Orange Bowl on New Year's Day.
Good year.
No, the worst.
I'm Lieutenant Frank Drebin, Police Squad.
I like those edits every time they come up, I'll be honest. I like them. WWE WCW legend Kevin Nash calls Darkside Phil a sick puppy. From Lightside Paul.
All right, Darkside Phil. It's Kevin Nash. I mean, I've fucking read some disturbing things in my life, but Jesus Christ. I mean, you spent $40,000 on the WWE Championship mobile game. You went into bankruptcy for half a mil. You play video games all day long while your wife works her ass off. You masturbated on YouTube, live stream. They wanted to prosecute you, but they said your penis was so small they couldn't actually make it out. So they couldn't tell whether you were masturbating or playing with a fucking skin tag. So, dude, I mean, I get it, man. It's pandemic, it's fucking lockdown, it's everything else, but Jesus, you gotta pull your shit together. I mean, when I got your dossier from the fucking almighty fucking Egg Gang, I said to myself, this is a sick puppy. This is somebody who needs some fucking serious fucking help.
Yeah, that's about right.
So,
Big Kev couldn't sit up for this.
I hope you get
I
it,
wouldn't
man.
sit up for Darkside
Phil.
Phil.
Games all day, jerking off. And I mean, I'm sure it might seem like a great fucking a career move for you, but sooner or later, your old lady's gonna leave you. All right, take care of that skin tag, dog. Peace.
I don't like that you call it a skin tag. I don't like it. I don't like that you call it. All right, let me get one last batch. Let me get one last batch. What Kevin thinks of Boogie. I can only imagine, dude. Nash's cameos being like $200 and he won't sit up. Kevin Nash has been going a little bit cuckoo crazy the last few months. Going a little bit insane. Little bit psycho circus. A little bit of high, a little bit of low. Let me grab one of them. Let me grab one of these. Let me grab one of these thingies. Let me grab one of those. Oh God, that one's real. That one's real. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Oh fuck. And let me grab one of these. And that should be a good enough spot to end on. Should be. All right. Let's go through these 5 and then we'll call it. First, is steak and potatoes the worst use of both steak and potatoes? I like fried potatoes. From Shitass. You're in a slasher movie, but it's Senor Pello. Every time I see an edit of this video, it's great.
No! Wait a minute! No!
Every time. Next! All of the Gay Tonys. By Uber Haxor Nova from 289 Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, no. I don't know why you guys want me to do this. Okay,
Classic.
so first things first, we must Gay Tony off of the mountain. And
Todd
more
Bot,
than
rate
likely,
Bandicam.
It's gonna screw up. Okay, here we go. Alright, you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Is everyone ready? Oh, God! Here goes! Ah! There you go. Ugh.
Thank you.
This was back
I don't
before
know
you
what
had the
that is.
fucking
I think
hunger
that's
bar,
water.
too.
The hole in there? I guess I gotta jump for it, right?
Yep.
Alright, Mega Gay Tony. Oh, it is water.
Oh,
Don't worry.
I won't judge you. It's okay.
Better days. Yeah. A little bit.
Hey, check this out. I'm about to Gay Tony into that pool.
Where?
Ready?
Where?
You see it?
Where are you? Where are you?
Shavis, look up.
Where are you?
I'm like at the edge of this. You see me?
Oh, the spider! What the? Oh my god!
You ran through darkness.
You see me? Shavis!
You just died.
What?
You see me up? No, over here. Over here.
There's a. All right, which way am I going?
Suspect it was
Wait.
erased.
Oh, that is
Lost to the annals of time.
There's a little body of water right there. I can make it.
You got this.
Here we go.
You totally got this.
Oh, I made it!
There you are. And it is.
Oh, look, there's a little body of water there.
Yeah, that's about right. The Gay Tony theme slaps better hard as a side.
I was watching you do that.
I figured that was gonna be too shallow.
How about you just? What are you doing? Don't you dare Gay Tony.
Oh, I lived! You gotta be kidding me. I'm gonna Gay Tony off of this.
Look to it.
Oh
God,
We should stream Minecraft again.
Oh, sweet.
There's an ogre down here.
Ew.
It's been long enough that we have,
I'm
right?
gonna Gay Tony into this shit. I'm gonna Gay Tony into this shit.
Oh, you just barely missed the turd.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of hoping I did.
Modern Vice City vibe.
I
Reminds
wanted
me.
to die,
Have we
so
heard
that
the
way
6
I
theme
could,
yet?
like,
I don't believe.
fucking spawn in the right
Unless it's just
spot.
gonna be some licensed thing.
Screenshot.
Top of the closet.
Glass of H2O. I'm guessing it's a glass of water.
That is it over here, then. I was right.
Why the fuck is there a glass of water on top of the...
It's on the table. Look at
Oh.
that. I got Gay Tony into that shit. A double Gay Tony. 2 Gay Tonys in one series.
Oh, that's...
Oh!
Not even close!
The first one was a success and that one fucking failed.
Glass of water was just too much.
Oh, man. Hold on. There we go. I'm back! Yeah!
Why is it green?
Gay Tony off into that.
Ah, it
Go,
turned
this
off.
is all you.
Why'd it turn off?
Go!
This is all you.
Go! I said go!
This is
Go!
all you fucking...
Yeah! Let's go!
How did I live?
Oh!
Wow.
Wow, look, that dolphin is just swimming in nothing. That was a late Gay Tony because I had realized I was in the air and I had to do a Gay Tony. That's gonna connect, I think. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh god. This is a Mega Gay Tony.
Yeah, it is. Look at that.
Here we go. Oh, look at that double. I might have to Gay Tony this
Oh
shit.
god, you're gonna do it with... Okay.
Oh god. Where's the mission? It's up there still. Oh, actually, wait, it's like around the corner.
You know, I remember sometimes that Skyrim doesn't let you sprint and jump at the same time.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh god. Well, that's the whole point of Mirror's Edge, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
oh man.
I should stream Mirror's Edge. That'd be a good one-off.
ooh. Ooh.
I should do that.
We're doing this one.
I'm gonna go in the poop hole.
How does a Steam version of Mirror's Edge run?
I always miss and die.
Alright, I'm gonna do the gay Tony. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Actually made it.
Skyrim ragdolls bounce like
if I jumped
flubber.
off of this that I'd die?
Reset the clock on flubber references.
Right behind you, Seamus. You see me up here?
You better gay Tony off of that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna gay Tony. You giving me bad ideas, man. I'm gonna end up
gay
Tony.
Ready?
So like Dead Island was never good, right? Like not even for a minute.
He's dead.
Started the treehouse, and it was meant to be our fort for squid hunting.
Yeah. Watch this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh! Gay Tony.
The song in the beginning of Dead Island is good. Voodoo? Huh. Next! Dank Dubs. Guess Who from... whatever that says.
뭐 있을까? 응? 뭐 하는 거야? 깜짝 놀래켜줘야지. 누구게?
씨발 누굴까? 손가락에 반지가 없는 거 보니 미나구나.
장난하면 못 꺾어버린다.
당연히 농담이지.
그러면 이제 맞춰봐. 야,
잠깐 졸았네. 요즘 너무 피곤해서 말이야.
이제 대답해.
질문이 뭐였지?
뭐긴 뭐야, 내가 누구냐고.
누구긴 누구야. 우리 자기지.
이 새끼 머리 쓰는 거 보소.
자기야, 이제 손 치워줘. 눈알 뽑힐 것 같아.
자기 누구?
그게 무슨 뚱딴지 같은 소리야. 자기가 누구냐니.
닥치고 이름 말해.
전화 찬스.
그딴 거 없어.
너 진짜 내가 모를 거라고 생각하는 거야?
수작 부리지 마, 이 새끼야.
너 지금 나 의심하는 거야, 맞지?
이름 말하는 게 그렇게 어려워?
이건 이름의 문제가
I have no idea what you're saying, but I admire your enthusiasm.
가보자. 네가 내 이름 모른다에 내 왼쪽 엄지손가락 건다. 너는 뭐 걸래?
이렇게까지 피를 봐야겠어?
쫄리냐?
쫄리는 건 내가 아니라 너겠지. 이제 손가락 노리는 거 보소. 마지막 기회 줄 테니까 이 손 떼.
마지막 기회는 내가 너한테 주는 거야.
이제 더 이상 돌이킬 수 없어. 그래도 상관없는 거야? 뭐냐, 내가 바라던 바다. 오늘 둘 중 하나는 뒤지는 거야. 셋 세면 동시에 우리가 첫 키스했던 장소 말하는 거다. 고작 생각이 된다는 게 그거냐? 이런 귀여운 새끼. 쫄리면 돼지시던지. 아가리 그만 놀리고 시작하자. 하나, 둘. 기도하냐? 가기 전에 마지막 한마디만 하게 해주라. 혀. 손이 많이 거칠어졌구나. 박효진. 틀렸어, 이 개새끼.
Sudden. Next! Homer trigger from Steamed Sam.
What up, Mo?
Well, look who it is. We hate him, right, fellas? Throw this bum out.
Barney, what the hell?
Excuse me.
Hey, Mo!
Hi, Homer. How about some cheese? Donuts. I got donuts. I got... Hey, cheese.
This is strangely appropriate so far.
I'm behind 3 inches of bulletproof glass. Do your worst. I'll give you something to cry about.
You know, I've considered streaming Chrono Trigger, but then I remember that game's like cartoonishly long. Good job, Snowball.
Smithers, I don't want that unpredictable lunatic running around time.
They're still gonna claim he's showing unedited footage, by the way.
Bah! To hell with this! You and I can slay our votes ourselves. We'll take this bucket. Hop in!
But, sir...
I said hop in.
I miss old Simpsons. Alright, let's end it off on this one. Kevin Nash on the summer of 1992 from Click This, which I believe is Kevin Nash's real channel.
It's like, it's kind of like the summer of 92. Like somebody put up this Facebook thing and it's a picture of me, like just kind of like looking like I just got done fucking, you know, buying some cardigans. And it's like a public service thing that I never thought it could happen to me, but
you can tell how fried Nash is from a lifetime in alcohol and so
raped, and then and then I'll see sometimes people say, "Yeah, I like that summer of '92," and I always tell people, you can't rape the willing, okay? So those guys just happen to fucking catch me in a frisky mood.
What is the genesis of the summer of '92? I've seen it too. I see it in comments. They put it up there like everyone's supposed to know.
It's willing.
I think it's because it's a thing. I think it was on Facebook, and then it made it to a couple. I mean, I've seen it, and I guess they think that that's going to make you go like, oh my God. It's like some guy the other day I was saying I'm looking forward to watching. The guy said it's a gay soap opera, and I said, you say that like it's a bad thing. Like, do people not get it that if you're not fucking like a fucked up human, that if you love yourself, like anybody can say anything and it doesn't bother you?
Most people are not that free. Most people are pretty.
I know. Most people are fucked up, and I'm sorry. You know what? Summer '92.
What the fuck is hanging on your wall?
Whatever.
I did see you and Patterson and Pritchard in a matching sweater at one time. Do you remember that?
It was supposed to be ugly sweater day, and we were like the only three participants.
Right.
Big Kev is down with the
those sweaters were fucking $4 at the time. We were probably the only three that could fucking afford it.
All right, bunkhouse stampede, baby.
Can I?
You have more?
I got my first real 6-string, bought it at my 5 and dime. All of a sudden, 5 guys showed up in the summer of '92. Do we got any? I can't get over this '92 thing. I'm sorry.
You're really
We're
stuck on. You're stuck on
we got to get past the. We got to hold the bunkhouse for a second. Do we have? There we go. Here it is. Looking at me, you'd be forgiven for thinking, I'm not your typical victim. I'm a soldier. I'm a father. I'm a 7-time world heavyweight champion. I'm only 6. I'm 6'10", 300 pounds. I'm not 7 foot, 320. I thought I could look out for myself in any situation, but in the summer of '92, when I was traveling with Scott Hall, I was raped. That's right, me too. My point is, my attacker, now it is attacker, then it was later on, it was 5 black guys. They had to make it a racial thing. My point is, my attacker didn't have to overpower me to turn me into his victim. He just had to sing Copacabana by Barry. Let's see here. If I can happen to me, then if it can happen to me, then it can happen to you. Kevin Nash, wrestler, actor, but most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, survivor. I don't know. I mean, people fucking find all kind of shit to fucking make themselves to jerk off to. So if some guy, wanted to Photoshop that and fucking laid back on his bed, on his laptop and double fisted it and thought about fucking this happening to me, I mean, welcome to your world. It ain't mine, but I mean, a little too many inconsistencies. Why would I've never ever told people I'm 7 feet. So it's just
that's the inconsistency in the piece.
Absolutely, everything else is absolutely happened.
Absolutely true. Okay.
But obviously, it was my 7-foot doppelganger was taking the fucking balls deep.
Well, listen, '92. Where were you in '92? WWE.
Oh, yeah, I was in between. I think I was Vinny Vegas.
And
I mean, I'm not to put myself over. Yeah, I'm a handsome cat. But
But to quote the article, you didn't necessarily have to be overpowered to be.
I wasn't overpowered, and maybe I was drugged.
I was going to say that might have been the 33, the night of the 33.
No, that didn't happen until like 94.
Okay.
So I didn't even take pills in 92.
So for all the people,
I didn't drink alcohol. I smoked weed. So somebody got me so fucking stoned on Mexican pressed dirt weed, because that's all there was in 92. You know, it was just like, come on.
If
You
they're
got to do
smoking
better.
11 bales of it to
Yeah.
feel anything. Yeah. So just for anyone asking, this is not that was not a legitimate.
The winter of
PSA.
17.
No.
Okay. Well,
But
that's
I am a survivor.
I've survived from many other things.
Yes.
Got out of the clutches of B. Arthur more than once. But listen.
Is Summer of 92 the best wrestling shitpost? It's gotta be up there, right? Has to be. Right? Well, that's the stream chat, then. I suppose I should go back to the other room. Yeah. And then here. And then I just do one of... Is it one of these? I think. Maybe, possibly... There it is. Well, wasn't that a fun time, boys and girls? I look forward to getting a million copyright claims of some kind for this. Thank you. Come by the stream, I appreciate it. If you want to know when the stream's going to be, what we're going to be doing on any given day, scroll down just a little bit, hit a link, follow me on Twitter. Twitch is down there, stream there too. Feel free to give that a follow. Patreon's down there. A little bit of support goes a long way to helping you increase the level, but right, yeah. And thank you. We should be back on Monday for something or other, so stay tuned for that, but thank you, dear Chathany. I'll see everyone again in the next one. Take care now, kids. Goodbye.